of today, right now, what is today, the 17th? As of June 17th, is Victor Wembanyama the face of the NBA? We're going to have that poll up for you coming up here in just a moment. But I'm just curious, and I want you to take your heart out of this thing, and I want you to be objective about it. All right, just think about it. There is a list, a top 100 list put out by the Ringer today. And the number one player on there is, well, I'm not going to tell you because I'm assuming whoever they have as the number one player is what they consider the face of the NBA as we sit here today. But I want to see your votes and see what you guys think about this, and gals, of course. And when I say guys, you know what I mean, right? I mean, it's guys, gals, kids, old people, young people. Dogs, cats, whatever the hell.
Can we get this sunk into retirement now?
It's going to be a good day, man. I love Wednesdays. You all know that. I got to tell you something, too, because I'm not a huge soccer fan, and I just see Alexandra right now on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Portugal and Congo finished at a 1-1 draw today. You know what was funny about that? I am going to talk about soccer, Alexandra. That's what I was going to bring that up because Lionel Messi yesterday, simply incredible for Argentina. I know it's pronounced something else. Is it not Lionel or Lionel or whatever it is?
Lionel.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say Lionel, all right?
It's not like he runs around with a blanket on the pitch.
It doesn't matter. Lionel. Anyway, he was spectacular for Argentina last night and made history, setting a record with a hat trick. And the guy was simply incredible. And just, I want you to listen to the call.
Ahí va Messi, prefiere con Nico por aquí. González para Messi. Messi, Messi, Messi. ¡Gol! ¡Gol! En su debut de este sexto mundial, en su partido 200, que estaba la duda que si había que dosificarlo, que si iba a arrancar de titular, que iba a arrancar de suplente, que juegue siempre.
I need a translator there. I just love that guy, though, because the whole goal thing, and I think he just goes until he runs out of breath.
I think he said something about your mama.
He may have. I don't know. Doesn't matter. If I don't understand it, it's fine. Talk about my mama. It's fine. I love that call. I really do. And when you see a star that is just exceeding everybody in his or her sport, it's just fun to watch them play. And Messi last night, all truth be told, I did not see the match live, but I was watching highlights all day today and making sure that I just took in the greatness of
saw
what
the
that
15
was.
seconds you needed to see.
No. I saw all three goals, and a little bit more.
15 seconds.
No, it's a little bit more than that, Pledge. It takes a little bit more. The one goal was 15 seconds, so multiply that by 3.
No, one goal call is 15 seconds.
Well, that dude, about 15 minutes, that guy calling it. I promise you that. No, it is fun. Look, and I'm not a huge soccer fan. I think everybody knows that, but it is the World Cup. I even text my friend that I met last week from England because England plays tonight, and I was wishing him good luck. I don't know who they're playing, but whoever they're playing, he felt pretty confident that England is going to win that thing. But it is kind of a special event. I mean, it really is. Whether you're a huge soccer fan or not, I think you kind of get into this. Now, you could say the same for the NBA Finals. I think a lot of fringe basketball fans get in on that. The Super Bowl, you've got a lot of people that aren't necessarily football fans watching that. And so I think you could say that about anything. I think there's even golf fans or golf people watch golf even though they're not golf fans when it comes to the majors, like the Masters, this weekend the U.S. Open, and things of that nature. I just think it's human nature. By the way, England plays Croatia tonight. So my buddy Connor from England said he felt pretty confident about a win tonight. 3 o'clock, okay, this afternoon. We'll keep you updated. If there's any England fans out there, we'll keep you updated on what's happening. What do you got on, Pledge? What is that?
It's a David Beckham England jersey.
Oh, okay. David Beckham. Did he marry a Spice Girl?
Yep, Posh Spice.
Posh. That's right. Yeah, she was probably the hottest one. Yeah, I would say. It kind of takes me back to not only the Spice Girls, and she was the hot one. Remember the Bangles? Who was the chick that
Barely?
was the walk like an Egyptian?
Yep.
But who was the girl though that was the lead singer? I mean, she was smoking hot. I mean, she really was. I can't remember. Pledge, you'll find it. I know you will. But I like thinking about stuff like that. And
I'm sure you do.
When you're younger, as I was back in those, Susanna Huff. That's it. Thank you very much, Bean. On our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Now, SR
Hoff.
Forever.
Hoffs.
Hoff. Susanna Hoff.
Hoffs.
Hoff. Okay. Hoffs with an S.
Susanna Hoffs.
Okay.
Vocals, rhythm, guitar.
I really didn't care what her name was, honestly. Very shiny young lady. But I don't know. You think back to music like that, and David Beckham, you put me right back in the 80s there, Pledge, although I think the Spice Girls were more 90s, weren't they?
It was late night. It was 90s, early 2000s. That was Beckham.
Spice Girls? Okay, I got you. All right. So you be
It's 94 to like 2002.
It's like being a quarterback. You know, you're a hot soccer star, and you get all the hot chicks, kind of like NFL quarterbacks. Have you ever seen an NFL quarterback with a dog? I mean, seriously.
I think a lot of them own dogs.
I don't mean the animal dog. I mean a female that looks like a dog. I'm just saying, I've never seen one. They all have good-looking women hanging around them. I mean, it's just a quarterback thing, I think. Oh, Pledge is smart. Hey, over here today. We're going to have a good day. I promise you we are going to have a great day. I am looking forward to, Friday afternoon. USA will take on Australia. You got England tonight with Croatia. Mexico plays tomorrow night. So that's going to be an interesting match. So a lot of stuff to look forward to, and I promise you I will watch some of this stuff.
U.S. on Friday.
That's what I just said. I think it's 2
afternoon, yeah.
2 o'clock on Saturday or Friday afternoon. And so.
Happy Juneteenth?
Oh, yes, happy Juneteenth. Corwin Taylor, I don't know if I should read his message here or not. He said, don't say Kurt Warner. I mean, to him, she's hot. To him, she's shiny. Look, I mean, he was sacking groceries, and she hung with him, and then he made it big, and all is good in the world. Most of them, then I will say, have shiny objects on their arms. So good for them, and good for soccer stars and everybody else that does that. We got a lot to talk about today, so let's get to it. The mayor of our fine city of San Antonio is back in the news regarding the San Antonio Spurs, and I'm just going to say, in this particular case, I agree with her. I don't blame her. And if you're not trying, well, you're not trying. And she's at least trying. That's all I'm going to say. So we'll let you know what's going on with the mayor of our fine city, Gina Ortiz-Jones, and what she is up to next with the San Antonio Spurs. We're going to do that when we continue here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Fellas, I just want to tell you something that you might not know. Did you know that this week, all week long, beginning Monday and obviously going throughout the week, it's Men's Health Week? This is a time to focus on the health and the well-being of the men in our community. You know, it's okay to worry about, because most guys, if you're like me, honestly, you don't think about that. You don't want to go to the doctor. You don't want to get a checkup. You think something's wrong. You just kind of blow it off, and that is the worst thing you can do. You know, men's health is always shaped by relationships, partnerships, families, caregivers, friends, and communities in every stage of life. we need to get over that feeling that we're tough guys and that we don't have to go to the doctor because, again, little things can turn into big things before we know it. And look, ladies, when men are supported and connected with connections and education and help, well, they seek care. So, ladies, you need to push your guy to get to the doctor if he's feeling like there's something wrong. You need to stay engaged. And that's going to mean living happier lives for everybody. Well, this Men's Health Week, Metro Health is recognizing that caring for men does not happen alone. Stronger connections lead to stronger health outcomes, especially for us guys. So here's what I want you to do. Go to the website, sa.gov/health. Again, that's sa.gov/health.
Hello, Connecticut. May I help you?
This is Bill Tyson. Is this my Connecticut Pro?
Yes, Mr. Tyson. What can I do for you?
Calling from Yellowstone National Park. Old Faithful just erupted and reminded me I didn't set the vacation bypass in my Connecticut water conditioner. Would you run over to my house and set it? I've hidden the key under my doormat.
Well,
I forgot to set the bypass last year. I had that other brand, and the softener used up 4,000 pounds of salt in a week.
Mr. Tyson, relax. With your new Connecticut, there is no vacation cycle or any worries about salt. If you don't use any water, your Connecticut won't either. We not only believe in saving salt, but also in saving water.
Would you go over and unplug it then? I'm trying to conserve electricity.
You forget that your Connecticut doesn't use electricity either. There's nothing to plug in. And don't forget that your Connecticut is also completely automatic.
You mean I can relax and enjoy my whole vacation?
That's right.
This is great. I've got Old Faithful here at Yellowstone and an Old Faithful in my Connecticut water conditioner at home.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Connecticut. SA.com.
License number 38961.
Attention soccer fans. House of Cards and Collectibles on Vance Jackson has the 2026 Panini Prism FIFA Soccer Card Packs in stock. Pull cards from Mbappe, Messi, Kane, Bellingham, and many more. Find autographs and serial numbered cards randomly inserted. House of Cards and Collectibles also has FIFA World Cup sticker albums and packs. Come in today before they're all gone. House of Cards and Collectibles at 2105 Vance Jackson Road.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feel.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the morning huddles. Rangers double dinger payday. Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Go is food, go! Go is food, go! Go is food, go! Go is food!
I missed that guy. I missed that old guy. I'm glad you played that, Pledge.
I want a deal.
Yeah, and I wonder if that Go Spurs Go could be used for Team USA in the World Cup. I noticed on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, a lot of folks are there's a lot of sayings apparently that I'm not unaware of. I don't know if orale is one of them. I know I didn't say that very well. Just saying. I don't know. Somebody here says that Mexico has a chant. USA chant is horrific according to SR whatever. So I didn't know there were chants. Did you know there were chants, Pledge?
Yeah, orale is basically like let's go.
Orale. Let's go?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's context. It's got a couple of meanings, but I think in that context.
All right. Okay. Well, you did hear our mayor. What did she say, Pledge?
I want a deal.
Yeah. Well, she's trying to make a deal. I don't know if you've seen this article in the San Antonio Express News. It came out yesterday, actually. The headline is Mayor Gina Ortiz Jones wants billionaire Michael Dell to help pay for the new Spurs arena. Jones says it's only fair for Dell, CEO of Dell Technologies, and a Spurs investor to help foot the $1.3 billion bill for a new downtown basketball venue. Now, Mayor Jones apparently is lobbying this guy and has apparently talked to him, according to this article, and is asking him to pony up a little bit to help cover some of the expenses for a new Spurs arena. Now, Dell Technologies already owns 10% of the San Antonio Spurs. They bought that back in 2021. But apparently, this dude's net worth is about $245.9 billion, according to Forbes.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I don't know that he'll do that. He's certainly not obligated to do that. But does anybody blame the mayor for asking? I don't.
I've got one question because I don't know the answer to this, so I like to ask questions when I don't know. Of the $500 million the Spurs are putting up for the arena and the $500 million they're putting up for the surrounding infrastructure, is that out of Peter J. Holt's pocket or all of the Spurs investors?
Well, I would assume it's all of them. That would be my assumption.
Which means Michael Dell's putting money up.
I get that. Look, all I'm saying is whether he does it or not, and right or wrong, I'm just saying, look, if you're the mayor of the city, why not ask the dude? Well, all he can say is no. I just think that it's okay to ask. You want to ask this guy if he'll pony up whatever amount for whatever figure he wants to write a check for. I'm just saying I don't blame her for asking. Now, don't know that it's ever going to happen. I don't know that he will do that. I don't know if maybe he's already put up a lot of money. I don't know.
Maybe he's put a lot of money to a plot of land in Austin in case this doesn't go through.
Maybe he has. But I'm just saying, the point of this story, when I read it today, I'm like, okay, props to you. I mean, if you don't ask, you don't get. And again, all he can say is no, or he doesn't have to answer her, or whatever the case may be. Again, I'm not a fan of the way she's handled any of this stuff. But if you're looking at this guy and he's got all this money, all these billions, why not ask? It doesn't hurt to ask. And again, he can answer however he wants to answer because this is pretty much a done deal anyway. But I think for her, why not? And I think again, look, it's a politician, and politicians are going to do what is in a politician's best interest. I mean, that's what they do. And because if they can go back and when they're running for whatever they're going to run for next time, and they say, you know what, I helped take $2 billion off of the Spurs arena cost from the city. Yeah, look at me. I did that. I went to Michael Dell and I said, hey, can you do something for us? And he said, okay, Mayor Jones, well, I'll do that for you. And so they do it for themselves. That's what they always do. Look, you elect somebody. If they help the community, they put that in their pocket and they use it for their next election. That's what they do. So all I'm saying is, and I don't know, y'all may agree with me, you may disagree with me, but I'm just saying I think for her to ask the question, I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, why not? And again, all I can say is, hey, I've already put in X number of dollars for this as an investor of the Spurs, and I'm not going to do any more. Or, yeah, okay, I can throw in a couple of more bucks. Or crickets. He could do any of that. But I think for her to go out and ask and to make that call or that pitch or whatever the case may be, I mean, why not? What can it hurt? And the only answer, if she gets a no, it's a no, and we're still on the same path we're going to be. Look, this arena is going to be built. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of how it gets paid for and all of that. And right now the city's stuck with whatever figure they're stuck with. So if she wants to go out and try to raise some money to help that not be from the city coffers, so be it. I'm okay with that. Go out and raise some money. Start a what's that GoFundMe page? City of San Antonio. I don't know. I mean, I don't find it offensive or insulting for her to ask this guy to pony up for some of this. And I'm not saying that I even agree that he should. All I'm saying is I don't blame her for asking. Does anybody out there, do you blame her for asking? And I'm not trying to get into billionaires should pay their fair share or whatever. I'm not doing that, okay? Because, look, they're billionaires for a reason, and they made their money. And if we want to be billionaires, guess what? We live in the greatest country in the world, and we could probably do that if we wanted to. Having said all of that, I don't blame her for asking. I don't.
I've been trying. It's not working out very well.
Yeah, you don't try very hard, Pledge. You work in radio, pal. You picked the wrong profession for that. Yeah, and there's no billionaires except for the billionaires that own places like this and stuff like that. I
just figure I might work my way up to the top of that chain.
Well, you might, Pledge. You got time. You got time. Look, you've already gotten a promotion in the last 6 months.
Only took 15 years.
You know, you're a suit now. So I mean, who knows? You climb that corporate ladder, bud. I'm pulling for you, Pledge. You work with a couple of knuckleheads like me and Minix over here. I don't know if you're going to go very far or not. Not sure. That may be a detriment to your career plans. That's for sure. What do you guys think? I would really like to know. Are you pissed at the mayor for doing that, for asking for the money? Do you care? Do you support her? Ask for the money. I would really like to hear from you, whether you're on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page or you can like, subscribe, and comment there, or you can do it the old-fashioned way, 656-3776, 656-ESPN. You can get me on Twitter, at Joe Reinagle 210.
Closed mouths don't get fed.
Well, that's exactly right. And again, this was an article in the San Antonio Express News yesterday, and it's a great article. I'm not sure who the Molly Smith is the writer of this article. But again, whatever the city is on the hook for when it comes to this, and again, the Spurs have done their part. I'm not. This is not a criticism of anything that has taken place thus far, because I want the arena. I think the city needs the arena. If you watch the NBA Finals for any period of time at all, you saw the promotion that this city got because the Spurs were in the finals. It is all worth it to me. And every single bit of it is worth it to me to keep the Spurs here and to keep them going. And I think everybody saw, and I think everybody's in agreement, this team's got a bright future. So we're going to get a lot more promotion as we move forward with Victor Wembanyama and company in the next, 10 years or so. So that promotion, that advertisement that this city didn't pay one dime for is going to pay off big time. I saw beautiful shots of our Riverwalk. I saw beautiful shots of our downtown. I saw beautiful shots of the Alamo. Of every part of the city was shown, and it's just a glorious advertisement. And so I'm for this, obviously, and if you were with us throughout the entire campaign, I think you know that. Whether you're for it or against it is really not the point here. The point I'm trying to make is, do you blame the mayor for going out, for asking a guy that's obviously got a lot of money to pony up a little bit to help the city out? I don't blame her for doing that. Whether he should do it or not is another debate. But her reaching out to this guy, I don't think is a problem, and I don't have an issue with it. Hell, you never know. The guy might say yes. Sure, Madam Mayor, I'm going to help you out a little bit. Let me write you another check. Put that in the city coffers. I just think to me, why not?
Sure. I mean, what? I think it's funny that she's doing it after the fact. Like, votes passed, money set.
Sure.
And while we need the arena, yes, the Frost Bank Center is old. I think the most important thing of this whole development is the surrounding infrastructure.
Well, sure. And I agree with that, and that's going to cost money too. And we're going to end up paying for that. And again, I think it's a great investment as a taxpayer in the city. I think it's a great investment. And we saw that again. I saw it firsthand for 15 years or 20 seasons, whatever it was, from the Spurs the first time that they won a championship in '99 to the last time they did in 2014. It's just a great investment for this city. I go to Mexico, for goodness sake, and people find out I'm from San Antonio. The first thing on their mind is Spurs. How the Spurs doing? What's going on with the Spurs? Are they going to win this thing? I mean, that is what is associated with the city. I'm sorry, it is. And whether you like it or not, the Spurs are the face of this city because sports teams are. Think of any big city out there right now. Think of any big city. You think of Dallas, what do you think of? The Cowboys. You think of Houston? Texans, Rockets, Astros. I mean, it's just the way that it is. People associate cities with sports teams. I've never had anybody come up to me because, look, people, when they first meet me, they don't know what I do for a living. They have no clue what I do for a living. So it has nothing to do with that.
It's a weather guy.
Well, they don't know whether I'm a weather guy, a news guy, a lawyer, a doctor, the president of the Chamber of Commerce. They have no clue what I do. The point being is, that's the first thing they ask me. Nobody ever asked me, boy, how's that new paint job on the Alamo? How's that new hotel? Boy, that Frost Bank Center, that Frost Bank Tower in downtown San Antonio. Woo-wee! I've never had anybody say anything like that. It's always, how are the Spurs doing? How's that Victor Wembanyama? How's that kid? He's something special. Can't wait to watch him play. I'm just saying that's the way that it is. And so when people question the investment here and say, we shouldn't pony up or pay the bill, it benefits us and this city tremendously. But again, this is a debate that we've already had. This thing is a done deal, and we're moving forward. Look, I've criticized the mayor a lot over this thing. Minix has as well. I think you have as well, Pledge. A lot of people have. Some people are on her side. I'm just giving her I'm throwing her a bone here. I mean, I am. I'm throwing her a bone here saying, you know what? I don't blame you for picking up the phone if that's what you did and calling Michael Dell and saying, hey, can you help us out? That's all I'm saying. And to me, I have no issue with it whatsoever. Now, Bean Brewster on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page says people never think about the Texans. Never at all.
Getting a whole lot of mention during this World Cup thing going on.
I'm reading the comments, Pledge. I'm Switzerland over here, all right?
I'm just saying. I was going to bring up the fact that you went from women looking like dogs to throwing the mayor a bone in 2 segments.
That has nothing to do with the mayor's looks. Nothing at all.
I'm just saying.
It has nothing to do with that. It's a metaphor, Pledge. A metaphor. Speaking of dogs, RJ Ochoa, blocking the boys. He's going to join us next here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Injuries happen, and when they do, you can skip the ER and get straight to an OrthoNow Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. OrthoNow provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray, casting, and bracing. In fact, OrthoNow has everything you need to treat your injury, but no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
When it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years and successfully represented thousands of injured Texans. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Hey, San Antonio, did you know your city has its own professional indoor football team? That's right, the San Antonio Gunslingers play pro football in Freeman Coliseum all spring and summer long. Fast-paced, hard-hitting action in the cool, comfortable indoor arena. No blazing Texas heat, just pure excitement. It's football the way it was meant to be, right here at home. Learn more, grab tickets, and follow online at SanAntonioGunslingers.com and on social media. The San Antonio Gunslingers, your indoor pro football team.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, really? That's great.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Shh, here it comes. Surprise! The people above your catering business are doing major construction, and the drilling is only during business hours. It's so loud.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money, getting personalized discounts on a commercial auto quote with Progressive.
Also, that isn't powdered sugar on the floor. It's plaster from your ceiling.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
There's enough needless nonsense in the world already. Your phone plan shouldn't add to it. Verizon's new Simplicity plan cuts down on the nonsense in your life. Now there's just one plan, one price. $30 a line per month, even for a single line. And everyone gets our best 5G network. It's a phone plan designed to do exactly what a phone plan is supposed to do. Isn't that a lot simpler? Switch today at Verizon.com or at your nearest store. For new customers, $30 per line includes auto pay and switch discount. Additional taxes, fees, and terms apply. Unlimited data is restricted to on-device smartphone usage. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, NBA draft less than a week away. What could the Spurs be looking at and who's on top of the pile? Plus, we got NFL to talk. Don't be late. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports.
Jason Minnick's on vacation this week. He'll be back with us next week. And a guy I feel like's been on vacation for about 3 or 4 weeks. Joining us now in the Buyers Barricades guest line, R.J. Ochoa, blogging the boys. Now, what are you guys comparing soccer shirts here? What's happening?
Soccer kits is the proper term, Joe. Just
okay.
So we're clear here.
Soccer kits?
Yeah.
Did you put that together or what?
That's what the rest of the world calls it.
Oh, yeah, okay, all
right. I have not been on vacation. Unfortunately, the Spurs were in the finals, and so that bumped me, and it did not go the way we all wanted it to go, obviously. But I did want to say before we got too far away from it, do you know the name of the song that Pledge bumped back?
I have no clue.
I would bet a lot that you don't.
No, I have no clue what the name of that song was. Do you?
Look it up. It's called Shake It by Metro Station. It's great.
Well, why do I have to look it up now? You just told me.
So you can experience it. I want you to listen to it on your way home, and I guarantee, that the folks throughout the city will see you moving and grooving inside your car.
Okay, well, I'll think about that. I'll probably forget about that. I don't know, in about a minute or so. But
I'll remind you.
Yeah. That's good to talk to you, RJ. Obviously, we were pretty busy with the Spurs, and again, didn't work out the way we wanted it to. But World Cup, obviously, you're into this. Who is your team? Are you a Team USA guy?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, rooting for the United States. I'm a Mexican American, and I live in the Rio Grande Valley, from the Rio Grande Valley, and obviously have a lot of Mexican ancestry. So when it's not conflicting with the United States and their cause and their wants and wishes, I'm also rooting for Mexico. After that, I suppose I'm rooting for Portugal if I have to award a bronze medalist. The captain for my favorite club team, Manchester United, Bruno Fernandes, plays for them. So what about you, Joe? Who are you rooting for after the United States? Because I'm certain that you have a very well-thought-out list.
Argentina. I'm a Lionel Messi fan. After what he did last night, RJ, I became a big fan. And I know it took me a long time, but there you go.
He is in line to break. So last night, obviously, had the hat trick and tied the record all-time for World Cup goals scored. And so his next one, obviously, would break that tie. His next two matches are in Dallas Stadium, which is, not what we normally call it. So Jerry Jones has got to be pretty pumped because literal sporting history is likely going to take place in the same building that Dak Prescott tossed his touchdowns to C.D. Lamb. So basically an equal athlete for the Dallas Cowboys. Messi is in that building.
Well, it'll be nice to see some records broken in that stadium, huh?
I mean, there have been records broken. They're not the same. They're not as valuable. But last year Dak became the Cowboys' all-time passing leader. That happened, obviously. So there are a few, banner-worthy things that have happened. Although I don't think anybody is seriously going to raise a banner for them.
Before we get off the soccer talk, I got to tell you guys this story once. So I get off the airplane in Mexico when we get there, and you got to go to the men's room. So I go to the men's room, and in the urinals, they have little nets with a soccer ball hanging there. So the object is to try to hit the soccer ball into the net while you're relieving yourself.
That sounds fun.
I thought that was kind of cool. I scored quite a bit, actually.
Good for you. Inside, you said the men's room, but I think down south they call it the Caballeros. That's on the sign.
Isn't it a baño? I don't know. I was like,
well, that's a restroom, but you said men, the equivalent of men.
Okay.
We're getting a little complicated here.
I got you. RJ Ochoa, blogging the boys, joining us here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Obviously, the Cowboys in a mandatory minicamp, RJ, and the big story leading up to this was George Pickens. Would he show up? I really never doubted that he would show up, honestly. I thought he would. I mean, the guy signed the franchise tag. Why would you do that if your plan was not to show up?
Yeah, look, when I saw you guys at the Super Bowl, at that point in time, I was definitely concerned that he would miss stuff like this. I think 95% of the air in that balloon was let out when he signed the tag, to your point. And I think ultimately there is no, and has been no rational defense as to why he did so, in my mind, until yesterday. I think every offseason we learn something new. Somebody has a different approach to something that conventional wisdom, conventional norms have suggested go one way for a long time. And I don't think any of us are afraid to admit that Pickens' agent, David Mulugheta, is a bit of a visionary and somebody who's willing to blaze his own trail. And I think that he is finally leading the charge, or he's a person who is, and saying that, look, you just cannot win the short game relative to the franchise tag. You just can't. I mean, it's a weapon designed to maximize owners' interest, teams' interest, and if you're placed under the franchise tag, you're really kind of stuck for that specific season. And so I give Pickens credit because we all, said when he announced he was going to sign it, why now? Why? And then when he actually did sign it, why now? This is kind of strange. And then to show up yesterday and say, yeah, I'm not going to hold out. I'm going to play on the tag. He is zigging where everybody has zagged, and he is way more properly, way more astutely, way more patiently playing the long game. And I don't know that everybody necessarily does this moving forward, but I do think it is, cut from a different sort of cloth. And I attribute that to David Mulugeta and obviously how he's amassed his success and fortune across his career. But I think the why, as far as all these questions we've had, is because they're approaching this differently than most people have.
Well, and not only that, RJ, I honestly believe that George Pickens, and not just Pickens, I think a lot of those players in that locker room feel like this team might be pretty special. And if you've got an offense the way that it clicked last year and add that to a much better defense, I mean, who knows? This team could make some noise this year. Believe it. I know everybody says that every year. I get it, and everybody's laughing at me. But I honestly believe it this year.
Yeah, I mean, look, would I love to believe that Pickens is showing up because he believes the locker room is special and they have a chance to do something awesome?
It's what he said,
sure,
RJ. It's what he said.
I'm in no way minimizing that possibility. I want to be very clear here. But, I think we all understand what the Tooth Fairy is, the Easter Bunny, so on and so forth. And so we all understand that everybody has a bottom line. And that's why I've landed on the conclusion that he and his representation are viewing their bottom line as benefiting the most from playing this hand this way. But multiple things can be true. It could certainly be true that he truly has that level of earnest ambition and want and merit and whatnot. And look, we now live in a world where Arsenal won the Premier League, and that's a soccer thing again for you, Joe. And much to our own, demise, the New York Knicks won the NBA championship. I mean, droughts are ending. It is raining down from the sports clouds. And why can't the grass in the lawn of the Dallas Cowboys finally be the one that's watered?
Well, unfortunately, the lawn won't last at Jerry World. It will come up, and there'll be artificial turf there. The tent will come off the windows, too. I got to tell you, and I don't know if you found the same humor, and I thought Brian Schottenheimer was great the other day when he was talking about the soccer teams are going to miss the experience of tinted windows. I thought that was classic.
He is quite charming, and I think that you have to be to hold that job. I think that Mike McCarthy was very charming and didn't get a lot of credit for it. And I think similarly, Jason Garrett was maybe not so much charming, but he managed things well and proper like a CEO does. And it makes you kind of want to have a beer with Shotty, right? Like he's that guy who can crack that joke. And it's stating the obvious in a way that we all know that's frustrating and stupid and dumb, but just kind of accepting that it is what it is. And I think that's honestly his greatest strength is that more so than anybody else, he's able to make peace with whatever it is and power through and deal with the stupidity that is the Cowboys sometimes. And I think, to the collective point, we're seeing all that bleed through the team's culture here in his second season in charge.
Absolutely. And he looks more not that he wasn't comfortable last year, but I just think, you come into this year, you know what's happening, you know where you're going, what you're doing, the direction. He's got the coaches, I think, that he wants in place. And he just seems to be, I don't know if relaxed is the right word, RJ, but he seems to just be confident and ready to move forward and do what he does.
Yeah, I think we all experience that on some levels. I know you obviously were in Mexico. You get back, and I don't know what day of the week you got back, but that first weekend, it's still like you're catching up. You're off your normal schedule for laundry and ordering groceries and stuff. And it isn't until the next week when, you've kind of refound that equilibrium, that normal sort of positioning that you have relative to whatever it is you have going on in your life. And I think that was certainly true for the Cowboys last year. The way he got the job was very unorthodox, to say the least. They were obviously dealing with the Micah Parsons situation up until literally 7 days before the season began. And I mean, it is something that wears on you. And so to not have to deal with that, and look, I mean, even things that are as benign as you got to move offices and you get more emails, right? Like you have to do more press conferences, all that stuff. I think he's just adjusted to the rhymes and the rhythms of his profession and what it asks of him now relative to what it asked of him obviously before that.
RJ Ochoa joining us here on the Blitz, blogging the boys. RJ, when you look at this team, and I know we have some fun with Jerry Jones with the grass and the windows and all of that, and Jerry's not going to change all of that. But I think the veteran Cowboys, guys like Dak Prescott, for example, and while I'll criticize Dak sometimes, I respect the hell out of him in a lot of ways, just for his leadership and his maturity and all of that kind of stuff. And I think you come to a point, I think, if you're with the Cowboys long enough, you know that some things are just the way that they are. They're not going to change, so we better deal with it. And I think having a guy like Dak Prescott there kind of helps some of the other guys realize that. and just move on and pick your battles.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, I'm not trying to put words in anybody's mouth, but Dak and CD, who's not quite been around as long, but it's certainly been around long enough to get the gist of things. Their first comments at training camp last year when you guys were there, when they were asked about the ongoing, at the time, Micah Parsons contract situations, they both said things to the effect that were like, yeah, it's, again, not to put words in their mouth, but it's dumb, it's silly, but this is the way it is. Like, you just have to accept it. And there's a lot of, there are a lot of pros associated with being a Dallas Cowboy. And I think that Dak and Steve are able to reconcile that. And maybe to this point, Micah just had not been around long enough to be willing to entertain, the extracurricular things that are involved with the Cowboys. But you're right. I think when you've seen someone literally, walk through the fire, so to speak, to be super dramatic about it like Dak, I think it makes the Tyler Bookers, the Tyler Smiths, the Caleb Downses, all of a sudden, because for all Tony Romo was, and people get really, salty and silly when you compare the two, he never had this level of magnetic, sort of personality that was rippling through the locker room, that was, just kind of absorbed and I don't want to say respected and imply that Tony wasn't, but Dak is in a very different way a leader of that group in a way that Romo was. Not, again, to say that Romo wasn't a qualified leader, but to that point, I think that, you could be a superstar like Caleb Downs and come from Alabama and Ohio State and winning a national championship and being at the center of your world, and you come in and all of a sudden you're a little baby guppy because Dak Prescott has been here and been the face of the most visible professional sports team in the world. And so I think there's incredible value in that. It takes a certain person, a certain disposition. I mean, Dak does have a master's degree in psychology, and I think that aids him in these sort of things. But it's a value, and it's a value to the Cowboys because he's more willing to put up with that for the sake of leadership. And I don't want to say otherwise, also his own personal gain. Everybody kind of benefits off of that. Now it's just time to win more football games.
No matter how you feel about Dak Prescott, he played Jerry perfectly. He did exactly what Jerry wanted him to do, and then he gets paid. And now he's had 2 massive contracts there with the Dallas Cowboys. So if you just look at him as an example, I think a lot of players would be a lot better off. That's for sure. RJ Ochoa, managing editor of Blog and the Boys, joining us here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I want to ask you this question, RJ, because as good as I think, or as improved, I should say, as I think the Cowboys are going to be this year, the LA Rams made a move that, to me, may just make them the favorites of all favorites in the NFC. The Cowboys, I think, obviously can win the NFC East. I think, in fact, I predict them to do that. But getting past that Rams team could be difficult, all things being equal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any doubt about it. And obviously, an NFL season is a battle of attrition. For the Cowboys, the same way it is for the Rams. And I think it makes sense for the Rams to be the overall betting favorite, certainly to win. It would be something special if they won 2 Super Bowls in their own building. But I will say if there's an element that you can, gas your team up in that doesn't worry me if I'm a Cowboys fan, it's your pass rush. Because I don't know, and people scoff at statements like this, but I don't know that there's a better quarterback against the Blitz than Dak Prescott. I mean, his mental processing, the way he's able to manipulate things at the line of scrimmage, pre-snap, involving a number of different things in his own analysis and discretion, that really isn't, something that really freaks me out. Again, it's difficult, and you're asking him to do something very difficult, but he has a pedigree of being able to do so. And if they can score enough points, I think you have to assume, obviously, the defense is going to be at least marginally better. But even then, look, if the Cowboys make it to the NFC Championship game and lose to the Rams, that would be a significant hurdle crossed, right? And
absolutely.
I think ultimately people would still be mad the way that Spurs fans are mad even after losing in the finals in a similar sort of way. But yeah, I think it goes Rams, and you got to give some discretion to the Seahawks, obviously, and the Eagles aren't going to go quietly, but I definitely think the Cowboys are in the mix of teams that can hunt in the NFC.
I don't think there's any question about it, especially the NFC East. And I had a comment here on YouTube, and they're going, what do you mean win the NFC East? What? I really believe that I think some teams will be better. The Eagles, I'm not sure. I don't know what to think about them, RJ. But I think the Giants are not going to be, when you look at them on your schedule this year, the pushover that they have been. I'm not saying they're going to do anything spectacular, but I think just the fact that Harbaugh's the coach there, and the draft that they had, I think they've added some pretty good pieces. I just think they're going to be a bit of a challenge this year where they haven't been in the past.
Yeah, look, it's you can never say things are always going to be what they've always been, but for literally a decade, I mean, they have not been a problem for the Cowboys. Now, granted, again, teams change, rosters change. They finally have an adult running that organization in John Harbaugh. Maybe the Cowboys split with them. They did split with them last year, although that Week 18 game was meaningless. I think if Dallas is playing to win, it's very different. But that being said, I'm really not that worried about the Giants. I think the Commanders are just kind of treading water. And I'm with you. Look, I think the Eagles have more than earned the benefit of the doubt, even with regards to something like trading away A.J. Brown. Like I said, I don't think that they'll go quietly. They won't just completely fall apart. But at the end of the day, your NFL team ultimately rests on the shoulders of your quarterback and whether or not he can play the position. I don't mean to say that I think Jalen Hurts sucks, because I believe the contrary, but he's just not at a level historically where he can do that week in and week out the way that other teams can. He could do a lot of wonderful things, and he has done a lot of amazing things. The guy won a Super Bowl, arguably should have won two, but now that he has to go play the position in a way where he can't use the Teflon that is their overall mighty roster to defend him, I just don't like their odds personally.
Well, I think A.J. Brown leaving might help that team, as weird as that sounds, just from a chemistry perspective. But again, I agree with you with Hurts. You just don't know what you're going to get from year to year with that guy, or even game to game sometimes. So it's going to be interesting to see. RJ Ochoa, managing editor of Blogging the Boys. RJ, I got to ask you now, put you on the spot. I know you're pulling for Mexico and the United States, but who do you have winning this thing in the World Cup?
You know, I think my own emotions aside, I really think we're in a land and in a time, a literal land, I guess, relative to the World Cup, where droughts are ending. And for a soccer novice like you, Joe, that story, the Arsenal, the Knicks version of this would be if England won the World Cup.
Okay.
I mean, they've come so close before. They've been waiting a long time to do it again, almost literally 100 years. So I think that destiny is just kind of smiling upon these teams, these jaded teams, these, Eeyore down on their luck. Lucy is finally holding the ball for a lot of people, and I think that England is next on that list.
As much as that would be going along with what's been happening, I would hate that. I don't know why. I have nothing against English people. I love them. Met some really nice folks there last week, but anybody but England, RJ.
I will say, I saw a TikTok about this, which is the only thing I'm basing this off of, so it's obviously sound inaccurate. But I believe it's possible in certain permutations that England could play us being the United States, on the 4th of July.
Oh, wow.
On the 4th of July, where we celebrate our 250th birthday as a country. So that would be pretty sick.
That would be awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that situation, look, I love the it's called soccer, like kind of rallying cry here. And look, at the end of the day, if there's a team that's the Cowboys in this, in a lot of ways, it is the United States men's national team. They have been gifted everything. They have been handed every advantage, every opportunity, every level and facet and aspect of training, and they have just simply never come even remotely close to the best in the world. Go do it. Prove us wrong. I mean, inspire us. Make us believe in you the way we now believe in the New York Knicks of all teams. It's your chance. It's your opportunity. And if you fail, we will be ruthless. So don't do that.
I'm going to pull for them, RJ. Believe me. I watched the game the other night. They play. I can't remember. They won 4-1.
Paraguay.
Yeah, them. So I'm going to be rooting for them, but I'm not going to hold my breath.
Okay, well, they play on Friday at 2 o'clock, I believe, and we play Australia. So between now and then, swear off of all Australian things. Patty Mills, not cool for now. You know what I mean? Like, you just got to swear off all Aussie things right now.
I can't go to the Roo Pub? Is that what you're saying?
Not until Saturday.
All right, RJ. I appreciate it, man. I tell you what, I hate this time of year, and I love it at the same time because mandatory minicamp, and then it's crickets until late July, which is always
cricket is actually a different sport, Joe. They have a World Cup too, but it's a different sport. Yeah.
RJ, have a great day, my friend. Thanks for coming on and spending some time with us. Appreciate you.
Get your Spider-Man tickets.
Yes, Spider-Man tickets. How about Supergirl? No love for Supergirl? I don't know. She's coming out too, I think. The RJ Ochoa, managing editor, blogging the boys, joining us here on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Buyers Barricades provides traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond online at buyersbarricades.com. Brings up an interesting thing about the World Cup. Who in the world are you rooting for? Obviously, I've seen some Mexico comments there in our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Obviously, good old U.S. of A. Do you agree with RJ? England, are they going to step up and maybe win this thing as nauseating as that might be to me? I really don't have – I thought Spain was pretty good, but then they fight to a tie the other day. And so I think it was an upset in the making. And it's hard for me to fathom a tie being I know that's a bad thing in soccer, but, dude, 0-0, it's just tough for me to even imagine. But I get it. I understand. I don't know. All right, when we come back, I thought Floyd Mayweather was the richest dude on the planet. Apparently not, or he's just not managing that money very well, or it was just the wrong bank account. I don't know. One of the two. I'll tell you what I mean when we return here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hey, you know what? It is Father's Day weekend this weekend. Don't forget that, ladies and kids. You got to take care of dear old dad on Sunday. It is Father's Day, one of the best holidays of the year, quite frankly, as far as I'm concerned. But look, one of the greatest things to do, take dad to play some golf. He would love that. If your dad plays golf, there's no better gift you can give him. Take him out to the Golf Club of Texas and let him experience that beautiful golf course out there and the beautiful experience of not only the golf course, but the Tin Cup Bar and Grill, the great service you're going to get out there at the Golf Club of Texas. All of that is going to treat Dad to a great day on Sunday. So make your plans now. What you need to do is go to golfclubtexas.com. You can go there. You can make your tee times. The best rates are always available at golfclubtexas.com. Go early. Buy Dad some lunch at the Tin Cup Bar and Grill. That place is fantastic, and I got news for you. It won't cost you a fortune. The prices are great. The food is fantastic, so we won't tell Dad that. But, it'll be our little secret. He'll enjoy it, I guarantee you. Any kind of cocktail your dad would like, well, it's out there. They've got a full bar out there at the Tin Cup Bar and Grill. They've got a huge beer selection as well. It is just a great place. And, oh, by the way, if you want to celebrate Dad a day early, they're having a crawfish boil on Saturday out there at the Golf Club of Texas. So check that out as well. The Golf Club of Texas, you know exactly where it is. It's right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. Whether it's for dinner at the Tin Cup or around with your buddies, your next tournament, take them out there and go check them out. Best rates, again, always online at golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Taking you home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
The first place San Antonio Toros are back in action this Saturday night against the Texas Syndicate out of Austin. 3-0 on the season, 3 shutouts while averaging 51 points per game. Check out the Toros this Saturday night against the Texas Syndicate. Kickoff 7 p.m. at Wheatley Heights Sports Complex. Family friendly with a kid zone. Tailgating starts at 3. Get your tickets now for this Saturday's game at COFLToros.com. That's COFLToros.com. Join the Stampede. Vamos Toros!
June 15th to the 21st is Men's Health Week. This is a time to focus on the health and well-being of men in our community. Men's health is shaped by relationships, partnerships, families, caregivers, friends, and communities at every stage of life. When men are supported with connection, education, and help, they seek care, stay engaged, and live healthier, longer lives. This Men's Health Week, Metro Health is recognizing that caring for men does not happen alone. Stronger connections lead to stronger health outcomes, especially for men. Visit sa.gov/health.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Erosty. Every day you wait, pain has one more day to take from you. If it's keeping you from work, workouts, sleep, or just feeling like yourself, it's time to fix it. At Arasti, we find the root cause and treat it. No pills, no surgery. Most patients feel better in just one visit. Covered by most insurance plans, visit Arasti.com today. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
To find the location nearest you, visit Arasti.com.
Kohl's Father's Day gifts are so good, Dad won't be able to stop bragging about them. To his friends, to his barber, to the server who did not ask. He'll even brag to you, the person who literally bought it for him. From comfy polos to stylish shoes and more, plus 20% off across the store. Get gifts Dad'll be talking about for months at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. You've been warned. Select styles. Offer ends June 21st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-550-8841. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-550-8841. That's 800-550-8841. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
WNBA fans, you are in luck. Beginning in 2027, the WNBA is going to move to a 50-game season, up from the current 44-game schedule. League also has an option to expand to 52 regular season games beginning in 2029. Cowboys continue mandatory minicamp through Thursday. Wide receiver George Pickens spoke to the media yesterday. He was asked about training camp, said he's going to be there. What's important to me is winning.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hey, wait a minute. Am I invisible or what? What's going on? There I am. Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a great hump day out there, whatever you're doing, however you are doing it. Appreciate you spending a little time with us here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. Jason Minix on vacation this week. James Pledger is here, however, making me disappear on the YouTube feed. I don't know how you do that, Pledge. Look at that. Or is that just the other? That's Minix's chair over there, huh? Is that what that is? I thought you were, like, making me invisible. Dude, wouldn't you? Now, it's going to sound creepy. All right, I know it is. Would you like to be invisible for, I don't know, a couple hours?
Why? What would you do with that power,
Joe? Well, I don't
Joe?
know. There's all kinds of things I can think of. I'm just saying.
Spicy and naked.
I know that. Look, everybody that's laughing at me out there right now is going, hey, yeah, I could, a lot of things I could do with that. Just saying, I think it'd be kind of fun. Used to watch those old movies called The Invisible Man. Are you old enough to remember those?
I do.
Yeah.
Would you rather be invisible or X-ray glasses be a thing?
I'd rather be invisible.
Okay.
Yeah, because you could do a lot more things. Be in a lot more places.
What could you do?
Well, I'm just saying you could be in a lot more places and nobody would know you're there.
I would like a PowerPoint presentation.
Well, no, I'm not Victor Wembanyama. Come on. Speaking of Victor Wembanyama, we have a poll on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page right now. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, and there's a reason why we've got this poll up today. As of today, June 17th, is Victor Wembanyama already the face of the NBA? Very close vote right now. The yes is 46%, no 54%. So a lot of you obviously think that he is. And I preface this by saying, if you weren't with us at the beginning of the show, I'll reset the rules. I know every Spurs fan out there is, obviously, we're all high on Victor Wembanyama. I think he's going to be the next. And I think at some point in time, he will take over as the face of the NBA for sure. Me personally, I don't think that he is just yet. But I want you to take your heart out of this question. All right, take your heart out of the question and be objective and vote. And I'm hoping the 46% of you that voted yes took your heart out of it and just went with the objective approach to that. I'm not sure. There's no way of knowing, but we do appreciate you voting. We need a lot more votes in this thing before it's official. So wake the kids and phone the neighbors, if you know what I mean, and tell them to go to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page and vote in our poll. A lot of ways to make your voice heard here on the Blitz. You can give us a call at 656-3776, 656-ESPN. You can get me on Twitter at Joe Reinagle 210. Right now, though, it's time for the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Brought to you by Novo Brazil Brewery in North Star Mall. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
Never enough time. Isn't that the truth? Floyd Mayweather, perhaps one of the greatest boxers in his weight class ever. And the guy was known as Money Mayweather. I had the privilege of meeting him once, long time ago. He came out to SeaWorld for something. They were doing some kind of promotion for a fight that he was going to be in. And I met him. It's tough to meet him because he had about, 10 bodyguards around him. But I heard a story about him that he was so rich, and I guess you don't have to be really rich to do this, but it was just a thing. He never wore a pair of underwear twice. He'd wear a pair of underwear and throw it away. And so I guess he had drawers full of brand new underwear. But now I can't verify if that story was true, but I heard it from a couple of different places, and so I'm assuming it's true. But Floyd Mayweather, I mean, he's done some things since he was champion and made all his money. But Floyd Mayweather, according to the story, is facing felony charges for passing a bad check. Now, this happened in Las Vegas, and the information we're getting is from the Nevada court records. He wanted to purchase a $200,000 watch, actually did purchase said watch, wrote the jeweler or whomever he bought it from a $200,000 check that bounced. And obviously he was arrested for this because, $200,000 is a lot of money. Obviously, when the precedent there is $1,200 or higher, that kind of meets the threshold, I guess. But it kind of makes me sad in a way. So I don't know if Mayweather's lost all his money or if it was the wrong bank account. And then why is he writing a check? I mean, honestly. And why would you – I guess if it's Floyd Mayweather standing in front of you, you'll take a $200,000 check.
He was writing a check because he knew it wasn't going to clear.
Well, maybe, but now he's in deep doo-doo. I mean, he's facing some charges now. Mayweather apparently wrote this check from a Wells Fargo bank account at a high-end Las Vegas resale boutique. This happened back on December 31st of 2024, according to this story. So interesting. It kind of makes me sad. I'll be totally honest with you. That Floyd Mayweather could be in some financial trouble there. But you would have taken a $200,000 check from Floyd Mayweather, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
I would have. I mean, it's Floyd Money Mayweather, thinking he's got tons of cash.
I'd take a $200,000 check from Joe Reinagle.
Well, you better not. That'd be a big mistake, buddy. Yeah, I wouldn't do that, nor should anybody else. I can't remember the last time, quite honestly, I wrote a check. I'm trying to remember. I obviously used to write checks all the time because that was a way to pay, but I can't remember the last time that I wrote a check. I think I would still remember how to write a check.
I mean, the only thing I use checks for now is basically when you have to do those voided checks that you have to give to open an account somewhere or something.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm assuming I could still figure out how to write a check, but I just haven't done it in a while. So we'll let you know. We'll keep you posted on the legalities of Floyd Money
You
Mayweather.
think you forgot how to write a check?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't really want to write a check anymore. It's just easier. There's easier ways to pay stuff than writing checks. You know, this whole FIFA thing, and obviously at Reliant Stadium, it can't be Reliant anymore, right? They had to cover that up and make it something else. Jerry World can't be AT&T Stadium. It's just Dallas Stadium. So the logos and the advertisement can't be in there. I saw a story today. FIFA taped over the Gillette logo on 60,000 seats at Gillette Stadium. Now, think about that. You wake up, you go to work, and you say, well, your job today is to cover up every Gillette logo on every seat in this stadium. I mean, I might have quit right there. Dude, sorry. I'm out.
Oh, I don't know if you've seen this. Levi's is fully leaned into this.
Really?
Oh, they have updated their social media. Like what FIFA is doing is having the opposite effect, I think.
Wow.
In terms of like now these brands are leaning into it and they're getting advertised. Like, sure, you say Levi's Stadium without a thought, but now even people that don't know Levi's Stadium are talking about Levi's Stadium ad nauseum.
Well, that's pretty cool. Do they put Sydney Sweeney up there? Oh, that's not Levi, though. This is another Blue Jean thing. We just put a picture of her stadium. Okay, I digress. Sorry. I've done a lot of interviews in my in this great career that I've been fortunate enough to have for a long, long time. But I've never had this happen to me. There was a tennis player who was being interviewed post-match. His name is Corentin Moutet, I believe is how you say this. He's a French guy. And he was being interviewed right after he had won a match.
142 mile an hour second serve. How tough is it to return that?
That's so frustrating. You know, when I had the match point, I was on the second serve. Okay, you aim in the middle. Whatever you do, you just put the ball in the court, and then he hates me 142. I was like, I would have to serve, and I would have to.
No F-bombs, please. No. Right, Corentin, I'm going to ask you one more question. Apologies, everyone, for the language there. I'm going to ask you one more question, so please keep it clean, okay? You on the grass last week, unfortunately, didn't go your way. What's it like to get your first victory? Okay. Corentin, we need to improve that for the next round. Apologies, everyone. Corentin Moutet.
Hey, if you're going to go for it, why not go for it, right? I mean, goodness gracious. The guy just continued to use the F-bomb, and I think he was tired of the interview anyway. And it looks like, if you watch that video, it looks like she kind of pissed him off by correcting him. So I don't know if that's what happened. But those French guys can get a little moody, can't they? I mean, we've seen that a lot lately. What's going on with these French guys? They get a little moody, but I thought that was hilarious, and never had that happen to me, where somebody just continually throws out an F-bomb, and that happens. But I don't know. I thought that was funny. And the Dallas Cowboys, do you know how much the cheerleaders make per game? Have you ever thought about that, Pledge? I had no idea.
I always assumed it was not good enough for what they do.
Well, I mean, they work their butts off. They don't do that. They work hard, for sure. According to an article, they make $400 a game. $400 a game. The Dallas, which is, to me is not enough. I mean, those girls work hard. They really do. But $400 a game. I thought that was interesting, and I had not heard that before. Very prestigious, though, if you're a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, because you get to do a lot of stuff, even when you retire.
Can't date players.
You can't do that, no. Although you can date other teams' players. One of the Cowboys cheerleaders dating that dude from Philadelphia.
Yeah, and the kicker from Cincinnati.
Yes. So you just can't date a Dallas Cowboy. That's the only rule. I guess you can date anybody else you want to. So I don't know, but that's what they make. $400, not enough, but I think for them it's kind of like for the afterlife of cheerleading, where it benefits them the most. Coming up next,
Bill Belichick and his girlfriend?
Well, but she's currently a cheerleader, and not for any sports team. It's for some, I don't know, intramural squad. I don't know what she's doing. Have no idea. Yeah, we haven't heard from Bill and his girlfriend in a while, have we?
No.
They kind of gone off the radar a little bit. Maybe they're on the beach somewhere, enjoying some time off.
Ooh.
Bill building sandcastles with his young lady.
Maybe he's playing uppies with her again.
Could be. Yeah, a little sandcastle building. They could, I don't know, go for a walk and look for seashells on the beach.
Put some floaties on.
That's what I used to do with my daughters. You know, we'd walk the beach and look for seashells and build sandcastles, and it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I assume
take pictures in the boardwalk with the little holes cut out.
I figure Belichick's probably doing the same with his daughter, girlfriend. When we come back, we do have a poll up on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. And one of the reasons for that, number one, we talked about it yesterday, about Victor Wembanyama being the face of the NBA. Is he or isn't he? According to The Ringer, they have ranked the top 100 players in the NBA, and they have got someone on top. Who is that? Is it Wemby, or is it someone else? We're talking about it. We continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Morning Huddle.
So I haven't had Red Diamond in over 2 weeks.
Oh, my.
So
what are you supplementing with?
I've got some Bai coconut waters that I'm kind of B-A-I.
Yeah, no, it's coconut water that
we see other people
that does sex with guys and girls.
We see other people.
See,
but
it's
Bai.
It's coconut water that
I don't know
slept
why
with a pineapple.
I don't know why I didn't hear that before I said it. I really didn't. And the funny thing is, I've been talking about my Bai coconut water to a lot of people over the last 3 days. And it didn't strike me what that sounded like until right now.
Yeah. The Morning Huddle with AJ and Rob. Weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Headline Blitz is brought to you by Novo Brewery, San Antonio's newest sports watching destination with over 80 feet of video walls, 60 craft beers, and hard kombucha on tap. A full bar and delicious menu. Novo Brewery is attached to North Star Mall and open late hours. San Antonio, the world's largest soccer matchup is underway, and Novo Brewery is where you need to be for every single match. We're talking 80-plus feet of massive video walls, so you feel every goal. Full bar, craft beer on tap, impressive food lineup, picanha prime sirloin, Brazilian empanadas, stacked burgers, and more. Novo Brewery isn't just a bar, it is San Antonio soccer headquarters. It's attached to North Star Mall with late-night hours, because the world never sleeps during the global game. NovoBrew.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive's accident response can detect and send help when you need it most, after a major car accident. But other accidents, you're on your own. Like when you accidentally call your wife Mom. When you accidentally say Happy Holidays on someone's birthday. When you accidentally wave at someone you thought was waving at you. We can't help with those accidents, but Progressive's accident response provides peace of mind after major car accidents. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Limited availability in California. Driver is responsible for emergency and towing charges not covered by the policy.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a hospitality manager at a 5-star hotel.
So I just checked into room 318, but someone was in there.
Room 318. Oh, you were supposed to be booked in 813, which is now booked.
So what do we do?
How about rock, paper, scissors for who gets the bed?
This is a job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Okay, I have to tell you. I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
June 15th through the 21st, Men's Health Week. And this is the time to focus on health and well-being of men in our community. When men are supported with connection, education, and help, they seek care, they stay engaged, and they live longer, healthier lives. Stronger connections lead to stronger health outcomes, especially for men. Visit sa.gov/health to learn more. And remember, there's no shame in men reaching out for help.
Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and respect. A firm backed by a track record of success and commitment to our clients. If you've been injured, trust Thomas J. Henry. San Antonio, Texas.
My name is John. I could not lose the weight I needed to. The Institute for Functional Health Wellness program was the answer. It included a great deal of testing, supplements, and weekly face-to-face doctor visits. I finally had the accountability I needed. I am now 50 pounds lighter. I no longer have pain in my elbow, back, and hips. I have more energy and just feel and look so much better.
Call for your complimentary consultation, 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health.
This World Cup update on San Antonio Sports Star is brought to you by Twin Peaks.
Soccer's biggest event in the world is here, and Twin Peaks has the best seats in the house for your favorite matchups, paired with daily goal-worthy specials. With 4 area Twin Peaks location, Twin Peaks is your home for the world's biggest soccer event. Eats, drinks, and scenic views.
Westwood One Sports presents this World Soccer Update, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling home and auto easy. Learn more at progressiveinsurance.com. Group K play kicked off with a surprise result in Houston as Congo secured a point against Portugal. 1-1 the final. Portugal took an early lead 6 minutes in with a Ruben Neves goal, but a Congo header by Yohan Wissa just before halftime leveled the score. Congo with its first ever World Cup goal and World Cup result against one of the favorites. Kicking off now in Group L, England begins its 2026 journey against Croatia in Dallas. Harry Kane comes into this World Cup as England's all-time leading scorer and coming off the best season of his career from a goal-scoring perspective, 61 goals in all competitions with Bayern Munich. I'm Lucas Panzica, Westwood One Sports.
When you tell someone what team you cheer for, do they apologize? Does your first childhood memory involve crying on a Jumbotron? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected from things like fire damage caused by violently unplugging the TV. Or an accidental overhand left to the drywall. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
Gear up for the games this summer. Henkel's Summer of Soccer Sweepstakes is giving fans the chance to win the new 2026 U.S. Men's National Team jersey and U.S. Soccer Store gift cards. Everything you need to show up and support the home team, so don't miss out. No purchase necessary. Starts May 16th and ends June 15th, 2026. Must be 18 and a resident of the contiguous United States. Visit HenkelSoccerSweeps.com for official rules. Sponsored by Henkel. Henkel, proud partner of U.S. Soccer.
You know, from a music standpoint, Pledge, I kind of like it when Minix is gone. Little Morgan Wallen for you there on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Next to the main stage.
Hey. I'm Joe Reinagel. Jason Minix is on vacation. He's out this week. James Pledger is here playing that wonderful, wonderful music. Appreciate you, Pledge. And thank all of you for stopping by, spending a little time with us here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Got a poll up on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. It's very close right now. So we need you to get over there and vote if you haven't done so. As of today, right now, today, not 2 years from now, right now, is Victor Wembanyama already the face of the NBA? The yeses now have overtaken the no's, 52% to 48%. So if that's the way you feel, without, you got to take your heart out of it. I want your objective opinion. Now, there's no way for me to know whether it was an objective opinion or whether you're just saying that with your heart. But either way, appreciate the votes. There's a reason why I do that today. Well, we talked about it yesterday, but then I saw this from The Ringer today. The Ringer has listed their top 100 best players in the NBA. So when I saw that, I wanted to go to it and see, well, do they feel like Victor Wembanyama is the face of the league? And this, it doesn't say necessarily, that's not one of the criteria. It just says who is the best player in the NBA right now. And no, according to The Ringer, it is not Victor Wembanyama. It is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the Oklahoma City Thunder. They consider him to be the best player in the NBA right now. They call him a basketball savant who confounded defenders all the way to the top. So whether you think SGA
defenders or officials
he's a flopper or not, it doesn't matter. Look, I know everybody wants to. The guy's a hell of a basketball player. All right, he's a damn good basketball player. It's hard to say otherwise when you're talking about that. As far as Wemby goes, he is second to SGA on this. The headline there is a gargantuan talent out to claim his seat at the forefront of the league. And look, I think if Wemby's, if his upward transition continues, he will be the face of the league. I don't think there's any question about it. He'll be the best player in the league on everybody's list before long. He's just not there yet. He's been in the league for 3 years. His time is coming. I don't think there's any question. The Joker, Nikola Jokic, with the Denver Nuggets, is number 3. Luka Doncic, they have him listed as number 4. Then Jalen Brunson at number 5. There's a complete list there if you want to go take a look at it. As for San Antonio Spurs players only, Steph Castle is listed as the 26th best player in this Ringer list. Then comes Dylan Harper coming in at number 45. Let me just tell you what they say about Castle. Wrecking ball defender and fluid athlete, honing his ball skills into something special. That's appropriate, I would say. As for Dylan Harper at number 45, Bolitic, I've never heard that word, power guard, who waltzes into the lane at will, quietly gaining star wattage in the shadows.
You think it's a typo and should say ballistic?
Maybe. I don't know. I've never heard balletic. Balletic? I'm not sure. Tell me something, Pledge, and I'm curious, because you'll know who I'm talking, most everybody, and I'm curious to see what you all think. Dylan Harper, the way that he drives to the basket, Tony Parker-ish?
No.
Why not?
Because Parker hit the ground a lot more.
What difference does that make? What difference does that make? So you're saying Parker was a flopper?
No.
I think he's very Tony Parker-like in that way that he's not afraid to drive to the basket. He has no fear in that respect.
He's no fear, but he's also bigger. Like
he is.
There's not a lot for him to fear because of his size.
He is bigger, and what I want to see from Dylan Harper, well, I wouldn't say that. And basketball is different now than it was when Parker played too, obviously. But what I want to see, what Tony Parker did when he came into the league, same age as Dylan Harper, by the way. They're both 19 when they came into the NBA. Parker developed a jump shot as he progressed throughout his NBA career. Dylan Harper's already got that. He's got a pretty decent jump shot. So evolutionizing or your game as you move forward, I think is important. But I think Dylan Harper, to me, reminds me the way he drives to the basket. What I would like to see him do is, again, be more Tony Parker-like sometimes, because he'll get to the basket and score, and that's good. But sometimes you drive and dish the way Parker was able to do that, and that benefited a lot of people. Everybody's favorite Spur right now, De'Aaron Fox, they have listed at number 46. A lightning bolt in the open floor, trying to forge a playmaking partnership with the best young player on the planet. Obviously, they're talking about Wemby there. A couple of other players from San Antonio that made this list. At number 65, Devin Vassell is in there at 65. And then Julian Champagnie just barely gets into the top 100 at number 98. And then Keldon Johnson, my apologies. He's in at number 99. So you got Champagnie and Johnson, 98 and 99. So they sneak into the top 100 according to the Ringer.
Did I hear that right?
What's that?
Of the Spurs' top 4 players, De'Aaron Fox was ranked 4th?
Let's see here. Well, obviously, Wemby, Castle, Harper. Yeah, Fox is 4th. Vassell 5th, and Champagnie and 6th, and Johnson 7th. In fact, the 7 Spurs have made the top 100.
No, it's fantastic.
That's pretty good.
That's fantastic. But, the fact that you're highest paid Spur.
Well, sure. And, there are rumors all over the place, and I've seen some folks on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page comment on it already. Look, there's going to be rumors between now and draft. And then after the draft, De'Aaron Fox this team's interested in him here, and this guy for that guy, and boom, boom. There's going to be rumors all over the place. And I've been around long enough to know that I don't believe any of them until they come to fruition. So it's fun to talk about, though. I will say that. It is fun to talk about, and we will probably talk about some of those. But you're going to see a bunch of different rumors about a bunch of different things and about all these players that are interested in coming to San Antonio and this trade and that trade and all of that. It's going to happen. It will happen. The one thing I'm looking forward to seeing if it happens, because I think the Milwaukee Bucks want to make this happen before the draft, which is less than a week away, is obviously getting a deal for Giannis, whether that's with Miami or Boston, and I think those are the two teams, unless somebody just slides in there. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, but you're going to hear a lot of rumors. But I think 7 Spurs in a top 100 poll, I think is really impressive for this young basketball team. I really do. Now, Fred Villarreal is telling me that Harper has more God-given talent than Tony Parker. Parker used his speed and had to develop a jump shot. Yes, true. Harper is much stronger, moves opposing players out of the way. And he goes on to say here, well, I can't get the rest of it, Fred. He says he uses his speed and then ... and I'm sure there's more. But, look, I agree with you. I'm just saying the way he drives to the basket without fear reminds me of Tony Parker, because Parker had no fear when it came to that. He would drive to the basket and either dish or just get his head knocked off. One of the two, that would happen. But in that aspect, they remind me a lot of each other. So I'm just saying, all right, just saying. We'll talk a lot more about that if you want to, and you're always welcome to chime in. As I've been reading some of these comments on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, go there. sasportsstar.com is the best way to get there. And you can like, subscribe, and comment to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Appreciate everybody that's already done that. A really nice community in there, by the way. If you go in there, you can chit-chat with people and make your feelings known. You can also do it the old-fashioned way, 656-3776, 656-ESPN, or get me on Twitter, @JoeReinagle210. When we come back, we'll talk a little Cowboys Mini Camp, because George Pickens met with the media. What is George feeling? He's saying all the right things. When you hear from him, do you believe him? Or do you think he's just saying that because he's told to say that? I'm just putting it out there. We'll talk about it when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Got a buddy who thinks he knows baseball? Perfect. on Rangers game days. Prove it with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger you think will launch it out of here. He hits one, you and a friend are headed to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now you've got tickets and hotel. Yeah, you're making a night of it, and your buddy's buying the first round. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Call your shot and win the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
This World Cup season, there's only one place to experience every USA match with fellow fans. Social Spot in San Antonio. Join them for the ultimate World Cup watch parties featuring giant screens, delicious food, tasty snacks, ice-cold beer, and the electrifying atmosphere of soccer's biggest tournament. Bring your friends, wear your red, white, and blue, and cheer on Team USA every step of the way. Catch all the action at Social Spot, 930 Broadway. Social Spot and San Antonio Sports Star, your home for the 2026 World Cup watch parties. Don't miss a minute of the excitement.
Attention soccer fans. House of Cards and Collectibles on Vance Jackson has the 2026 Panini Prism FIFA Soccer Card Packs in stock. Pull cards from Mbappe, Messi, Kane, Bellingham, and many more. Find autographs and serial numbered cards randomly inserted. House of Cards and Collectibles also has FIFA World Cup sticker albums and packs. Come in today before they're all gone. House of Cards and Collectibles at 2105 Vance Jackson Road.
Eczema, eczema, eczema. So many ads for eczema products. But those fancy TV ads don't mention that those prescription products can cost thousands of dollars. There's a smarter way. It's Exoderm for eczema and dermatitis. Exoderm costs less than $20. Yep, less than $20. You don't need a prescription, and it's available on the first aid aisle of your local store. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean, hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives or nasty chemicals. Exoderm, fast, effective relief from the itching and inflammation of eczema. This stuff really does work. Take back control. Heal eczema flares with soothing Exoderm Flare Control Cream. It's on the first aid aisle of your local drugstore, supermarket, and at Target and Walmart too. Exoderm for eczema. Now that's smart.
Did you really think Pure Talk was just going to sit back and watch America turn 250 years old without doing something awesome to celebrate? Of course not. That's why they're raising $250,000 for America's Warrior Partnership by the end of July. America's Warrior Partnership is on the front line of preventing veteran suicide. They've had extraordinary success, and here's how you can help. When you switch your cell phone service to Pure Talk this month, you'll be invited to round up to support America's Warrior Partnership. No pressure, but if you do, Pure Talk will match your donation dollar for dollar. And to further celebrate 250 years of our extraordinary democratic republic, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for just $34.99 a month. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. That's pound 250, say Mike Rowe. And happy birthday to us.
Hey fellas, June 15th through the 21st is Men's Health Week. This is the time to focus on health and well-being of the men in our community. You know, men's health is shaped by relationships, partnerships, family, caregivers, friends, and communities in every stage of life. When men are supported with connection, education, and help, they seek care and live healthier, longer lives. This Men's Health Week, Metro Health is recognizing that caring for men doesn't happen alone. Stronger connections lead to stronger health outcomes. Visit sa.gov/health.
Shh, here she comes. Surprise! They sent a duplicate shipment to your flower shop. Now you have to pay for 1,000 extra carnations. Also, there's a beehive outside your store, and they're super aggressive. There's thousands of them.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise, saving 13% on commercial auto insurance when you pay in full.
Also, the egg salad you just ate was expired. Gross.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, NBA draft less than a week away. What could the Spurs be looking at and who's on top of the pile? Plus, we got NFL to talk. Don't be late. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Listen to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on your Amazon or Google smart speaker and just say, Alexa, play 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Just got jumped in an alley. Life's too short. Picked a fight with a bouncer at a bar.
I could get into that song, I guess. I don't know. Not bad. He got bit on the lip by a vampire. Yeah, interesting. Very. Huh.
Have you not seen these girls with fangs?
No, Pledge, I haven't.
It's a thing.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Have you?
Yeah.
You got bit on the lip?
Yeah.
Wow. Pledge. Yeah, he's a fanatic, this guy. Yeah, he is. England just scored, by the way. 2-1. They're leading Croatia at this point in time. So we'll keep you posted on that. Although I'm getting score updates here on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. You can go there, like, subscribe, and comment there. We do have a poll up as well. We would like you to vote on. As of today, is Victor Wembanyama already the face of the NBA? Yes, has it right now, 53% to 47%. Dallas Cowboys mandatory minicamp still going on. It will conclude tomorrow. But, of course, the big news going in, and we reported on it yesterday, that George Pickens was there. He showed up. And really shouldn't surprise anybody. I mean, the guy signed the franchise tag, so I mean, he was going to get fined if he doesn't show up. He's going to show up. Says he's going to show up to training camp. All of the good things that he's supposed to do now that he signed that franchise tag, and is guaranteed $27 million this year. Well, George Pickens talked to the media yesterday, and obviously a lot of questions for GP. For sure, one of them was what led into the decision to show up to minicamp.
Just really the team, When I just think about the team, the run we could have had, certain stuff just being in place and could make something bigger, I kind of think about that and take that into a part of a decision to make.
But, I mean, hey, this is a great answer. Whether it's true or not, it is a great answer. And I think to some extent it is. I mean, I think Pickens, at least from anything I haven't heard, and I haven't heard, any problems in the locker room with George Pickens, any problem with any of the other players, any of that kind of stuff. It seems like the players they all get along. And I know he works out with Dak Prescott. I know all of that stuff. So it's I don't know. I think that part is true. I think the players care about each other, and I think that's a big reason why he did show up. Now, I'm sure it didn't have anything to do with that $50,000 fine he would have faced or anything like that. I mean, right? Come on. Goodness gracious. He was also asked his decision about signing the tag and why he did that.
Just really because when it was presented, it was kind of early, so I just did the best that they wanted me to do.
In other words, my agent said you better do this or you're not going to make any money this year, and $27 million is better than anything else.
When he says they, he's talking about his agency.
Absolutely he is. Look, when you hire an agent, and I have to believe this, especially when you're talking about the dollar figures that these guys talk about on a daily basis, I would take that advice. Now, you can make up your own mind, and the agent's got to do whatever you tell him to do, but $27 million.
I'm not going to lie. When he said his agent told him to sign after presented with him, knowing his agent's David Mulligetta and what he's done for all his other clients, I was a little shocked.
Well, I think the Cowboys probably made it very clear that, look, he needs to play on the franchise tag. We're not going to sign him to a long-term deal this year. So, and I think maybe Stephen Jones made that absolutely crystal clear at the beginning. He wasn't going to change his mind. Now, I wonder if they move on and actually sign him a deal, we'll see. But again, the Cowboys were upfront about the franchise tag, and maybe that made a difference.
Just super important. Just definitely, as a person, as anybody, I would want you to tell your kids, your friends exactly what you're going to do.
So he appreciated that, it sounds like. They were up front. They said you got to play under the tag. That's just the way that it's going to be. And I guess Mulligetta or Pickens or all of the above thought that hey, let's get that. Look, I know when we talk about football contracts and we talk about monopoly money, and I get that. And all these other receivers are signing in the $40 million a year range and all of the stuff that they're doing. And I get that. But can we just all come back to life in reality? Click your heels, Dorothy. All right, you're not in Kansas anymore. $27 million. Now, somebody tell me that that's not life-changing money. Is it not? I mean, if something happens to George Pickens this year, God forbid, and I'm going to knock on wood right now, he's got $27 million in the bank. All of us, all of you listening, that's a wish upon a star kind of money. So what I love about sports, and we sit up here, Minix and I, and anybody else you listen to on sports talk radio or TV or whatever, we throw these $300 million contracts out, and Wemby's going to sign for this, and he's got the ability to make this, and it's just like it's like money in the clouds. Think about it. $27 million. So George Pickens and or David Mulligetta had to, I mean, look, dude, $27 million guaranteed, whether you play one snap or if you go out and you get hurt on the fourth play of the game, you're going to get $27 million this year. I mean, think about it. We all say, wow, that's he'd get a lot more, and that's not generational wealth. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Love how we started off this last hour talking about Michael Dell and his billions and how hard it is to make that kind of money. And now you're like, 27, be happy.
Dude, I'd be throwing a party. Oh my gosh, for all of you. Goodness gracious. Maybe that's why I shouldn't get $27 million, because it'd probably be gone in a year.
It would.
Oh my goodness.
Vegas would be very happy.
Yeah,
with
they would. Oh, I guarantee you, some of Vegas would get some of that.
Some?
They would get some of it. Yes, without a doubt. There's no question about it.
I think they get a little more than some.
I'm just saying.
So you'd have a pretty nice
I'd have one of those
rooms, suites up at the top of.
Remember the movie The Hangover?
Yeah,
I'd have one of those, baby.
In Circa.
Absolutely, I'd have one of those, and just it'd be a lot of fun. I'm just saying, okay? Can we all just come down to reality here, where we're talking about all of this stuff, and that's $27 million, George. And I think it sounds like to me, quite frankly, and Pickens, he's come to terms with it, or he understands the situation, but he sounds calm. He sounds fine. I mean, he really does. And he even talked about the difference of playing on the tag versus, I love this, the security of a long-term deal.
Really just going out and play, really, like I say, in those situations, it's up to them. So, like, when they present the franchise tags, that's them telling you guys how many years or how long they want me to be here. Like I say, I'm just here to make the best decision for the team and myself.
Now, look, I don't know if George Pickens, what kind of year he's going to have. I'm assuming he'll have another good year. What kind of citizen he'll be this year. I'm assuming he'll be a good citizen again this year, because he knows there's a lot of dollars at stake. I mean, long-term security. But he's handling this, at least today, as we sit here today, he is handling this perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. If I'm Jerry and Stephen Jones and I'm listening to George Pickens in this press conference talking like he's talking, they're probably looking at each other going, all right, potential. Because, look, George Pickens is going to get a bag, whether it's from the Dallas Cowboys or somebody else. He's going to. He's too good not to. But he's handling it perfectly. And if he continues this way, it would not surprise me that comes from the Dallas Cowboys. It is interesting to see. Now, look, JSN, he got a big bag this year. Seattle wide receiver. And George Pickens was asked if that's motivation for him moving forward, seeing dollars like that.
I wouldn't definitely say prove, kind of like what I said last year. If you keep showing it, or they kind of already have a hints of who you are, that's when they'll start speaking on JSN contracts and stuff like that. So I just keep doing what I want, what's best for me.
Are you impressed with this guy as I am?
I am.
I mean,
he said something really interesting during it too that I didn't pull.
Yeah.
But they were asking him, if he ever asked why, because of the long-term deal. And he's like, no, Jerry had his reasoning for it, and that's all that matters. It was Jerry's decision.
Dude, I'm telling you, I shouldn't be shocked. I don't know George Pickens that well. I mean, he spent the first part of his career in Pittsburgh. Obviously, Mike Tomlin got tired of whatever was happening there and let him go. So, but I'm loving this press conference. And again, there's a long way to go. There's a lot of journey to travel down. But I'm just saying, I think this is a good first start for George Pickens, and I'm impressed. And I think most of you know me. It's very difficult for these guys to impress me when it comes to this, especially with money. And Pickens has to know, go out and have another season like you had, and you're going to get paid from somebody. It may not be the Dallas Cowboys, but somebody is going to notice, and somebody is going to say, hey, we could use the George Pickens on our team. It is fantastic.
I don't know. I thought Tyrone Corbin impressed you.
In different ways, my friend. I haven't seen GP that way, nor do I want to see anybody that way again. Dude, scared the hell out of me. Unbelievable. So George Pickens saying all the right things. I'm pretty happy about that. And I think if you're a Cowboy fan, you should be pretty happy about that as well, because that attitude to me is just the way that it should be. So good job, Pickens, and go out and continue to do your thing. It will come to training camp. And look, obviously, and I'm not sure what he's doing today. We will find out how much George Pickens did, if anything. If you'll recall, he didn't do much yesterday. In fact, Shoddy called him Coach Pickens. And Dak Prescott didn't do a lot yesterday either. And reading from our friends up in Dallas who cover the team, he had some swelling or some fluid on his knee. And I'm talking about Dak Prescott. So I don't know where that comes from or what that is, if that's father time or he did something. I'm not sure. But they're obviously going to be extremely cautious with number 4 because Sam Howell and Joe Milton.
Well, I did see Dak throwing passes to CeeDee Lamb.
All right. Sure. Well, good. There's nothing wrong with his arm.
Still have to
He's not
plant.
He's not going to do anything.
He's not.
He's not. And nor should he. I can't wait to get to training camp, I'll be honest with you, and see how this version
go fight some sea lions again.
Probably will. See what this version of the Dallas Cowboys looks like, because look, I'm never going to sit here and say this is our year. I know Cowboy fans say that. Minix, to his credit, never says that. But I am optimistic that this team can, at the very least, staying healthy and all things being equal, will make the playoffs. Whether that's winning the NFC East, which I think to me, should be the favorite right now, just simply because I don't know what Philadelphia is going to look like. I have no clue what Philadelphia is going to look like. So I really believe that the Cowboys are going to win the NFC East. They will host a playoff game, and then that's usually when the wheels fall off.
I'm not one to usually say this is their year either, but I will say this. This year feels different.
It does.
And it has since the season ended.
I totally agree with you, Pledge. Totally agree with that statement. It does. It feels different. And again, look, and say this about every team, and including the LA Rams, who are my favorite to win the NFC and go to the Super Bowl. I mean, they are. With that Myles Garrett signing and everything else they've got already, it's going to be very difficult for anybody to get by the LA Rams. However, having said that, you got to have some luck too, injury wise. You got to have luck. Everybody's going to deal with injuries. Every team is going to deal with it. It just is it's a fact. But the team that doesn't have to deal with it as much is the team that is usually the last team standing. And so hopefully that's the case with the Dallas Cowboys. I would like to see that. And again, I've been covering this team for a long time. Not necessarily a fan, but I want to see them do well. I want to see them do well. I really do. I want to see them do well because it's good for business. Number one, they're good for business, win or lose.
When the ducks quack, feed them.
But it is good for business. And I know you guys are excited because, see, I'm all about you guys. Out there listening, watching. It's all. I do this for you. I don't do this for me. I could go be retired somewhere. I do this for you.
You do this for
This is for you folks out there.
You come in here just to gripe for 4 hours on the radio to get out of your system to save your marriage.
You've been talking to my wife, Pledge. We got to take a break. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hey, let me tell you about my good friends at Stevens Roofing. You know my love for the folks at Stevens Roofing. Family-owned company, local company. They're just absolutely the best in the business, and I know that, and I can say that confidently because they've been in business since 1983. Goodness gracious, I should end this spot right now. That should everything you need to know about Stevens Roofing and Solar in business in 1983. Nobody stays in business that long if they're not doing it right. Stevens Roofing and Solar is doing it right. And again, the storms we've got more in the forecast, believe it or not. I saw that today, that more rain expected later in this week. If you think there is something wrong with your roof or you just want the peace of mind to get it checked out, do that. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994. Tell them you want an experienced team to come out to your house and check your roof. They will absolutely do that. In fact, they'll send them out there. They'll check your roof. They'll do it for free. They'll let you know if there's any problems up there that need to be addressed. And you got to remember, if there is a small problem up there, that small problem is going to turn into a big problem. You don't want that to happen. You want to catch that thing before it happens. Stevens Roofing and Solar can help you do that. Give them a call. Don't put it off. Make sure you get it done before this next round of big storms come in. Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994, or you can get them online at stevensroofing.net.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is KTFM Floresville and streaming online at sasportstar.com.
My name is Jessica. Years ago, I was diagnosed with a thyroid condition. I slept all the time, was fatigued, had no energy, and a bad attitude. Now I've lost 50 pounds and I'm still losing. My medications have been scaled back, my emotions are stable, and I have lots of energy. People at work say I'm happy, perky, and my husband says he's not walking on eggshells around me any longer. The Institute for Functional Health changed my life.
Call for your complimentary consultation, 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health.
Soccer fans, you know the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch any big game with those three massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. From World Cup to baseball to all the fights, get into the Roo Pub. And when you show up at the Roo, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
The world's biggest soccer showdown is here, and Novo Brewery is San Antonio's ultimate place to watch. Over 80 feet of massive LED screens, craft beer, hard kombucha on tap, and a food menu built for the moment. Novo Brewery, attached to North Star Mall and at novobrew.com.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Spurs and the Knicks, it was a good final series. Not for the Spurs, but they did set records. Most watched NBA finals since 1998 between the Bulls and the Jazz. That was Michael Jordan finishing up his final title in Chicago. Spurs Knicks averaged over 26 million viewers, peaked at 33 million. Brian Windhorst from ESPN reporting that LeBron James is in talk with the Lakers' 24th season.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Happy hump day, everybody. Hope you're having a great Wednesday out there, whatever you're doing, however you are doing it. Appreciate you making a little time for us here on the Blitz.
Guess what day it is?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. My name is Joe Reinagel. Jason Minix, well, he's on vacation. He's out the rest of the week, but he'll be back with us next week. James Pledger is here, however, punching the buttons, playing the music, and chiming in. And Alexandra tells us that England is up 4-2 over Croatia at this point in time. So England looking pretty good. And if you weren't with us earlier, RJ Ochoa from bloggingtheboys.com predicted that England will win this thing, or he hoped that they would win this thing.
Not if they got to play us on our bicentennial.
Wow, that would be really cool. There is a possibility, I'm told, and I'm not the biggest soccer aficionado, but there is a possibility that England and the United States could meet up on July 4th. Wow.
The day we declared our freedom.
That would be just too cool on the 250th birthday of the good old U.S. of A. We're talking a lot about that. By the way, we do have a poll up on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Go there, like, subscribe.
I took a poll.
And vote in our poll. It's simple. As of June 17th, which is today, by the way, is Victor Wembanyama already the face of the NBA? The yeses have it right now, but it is the slimmest of margins, 51% to 49%. You guys, 51% of you say, yes, indeed, Wemby is the face of the NBA right now. Back to the soccer talk, though, I think it's interesting because watching some of this stuff, and well, I haven't watched a whole lot of it. I did watch the United States match the other night. I did do that and got an education from a guy I met there in Mexico, from England, of all places. The guy was great. His name's Connor, and he was explaining the game to me. And so I really appreciated that because, look, I'm not a big soccer guy, but I do want to get involved with the World Cup because it is one of those events, one of those spectacles that is just it's fantastic. So and everybody's into it. Everybody is into that thing. So I don't want to be left out. So I'm trying to learn the game a little bit better and trying to learn. Obviously, I'm pulling for the United States, and I'd like to see them do well. But I'm not sure that they've got the stuff to win it all. I don't know They looked good the other night. They'll play on Friday afternoon against Australia. And so we'll see again, but they looked really good last Friday for sure.
They don't have the depth.
Okay. Are you an expert soccer guy?
I like soccer a lot.
Yeah. What you see, when I was growing up, soccer wasn't really a thing. When I was a kid,
I'm pretty sure this game's been around for a little bit.
Dude, I'm from Alice, Texas. We didn't know what the hell soccer was. We played baseball, right? That was the big thing growing up. We did that, and then obviously football, came around, and basketball. But soccer was really not a thing, so I never really got into it the way kids do today. I mean, kids, get into that stuff, and they all want to play soccer. But it is fun to watch, and while I think some of it is just it's a lot of, it's just a lot of running around, quite frankly. And I know I should appreciate it better than that, but it is a lot of that. And you see a guy like Lionel Messi, when what he did last night is simply incredible. Hat trick last night, tied the record. Obviously, he's going to break that thing, probably in Jerry World. And so it's just amazing to watch history like that. And every pro sport has a guy, in basketball, it was Michael Jordan, LeBron James. In football, it's Tom Brady, and name another guy.
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, Patrick Mahomes. In basketball, you got Wemby, but you got – I already said basketball, didn't I? You know what I'm talking about.
You said Jordan and LeBron.
All right. What sport did I miss?
Baseball.
Baseball. Yeah, back in my day, you had Pete Rose.
Barry Bonds. Mark
McGwire, the great Cardinal. All of those guys. So, every sport has it. But listen to this call, because if this doesn't get you fired up, nothing will.
Ahí va Messi, prefiere con Nico por aquí. González para Messi. Messi. ¡Gol! En su debut de este sexto mundial.
I'm not sure what he's saying from here on out, but I'll tell you what, I love that guy and that call. And I think his goal is to say goal until he runs out of air. It sounded like he was running out of air.
That's a lot of international calls.
We met, I don't know if it was that guy or another guy that called soccer, Minix and I at the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, and he did that on the air. And it's that's a talent. I love it. And obviously the fans love it. That guy, particular guy, works for Telemundo. And I think it's the same guy. But anyway, it's fun. And what I love about that is it makes it exciting. It really does. When you hear a call like that and you're watching the game, especially if you're a fan of Argentina or a fan of Messi, that just gets you fired up.
It's like watching Tiger Woods during his dominant era. Like, players like that draw you to the game that you otherwise wouldn't watch.
Although Jim Nance is a hello, friends. It's a little bit different, Pledge. In golf, we just golf clap.
Jim Nance didn't call every golf tournament that Tiger Woods played in.
Hello, friends. He got a ticklish little pitch coming up. Is it a pitch or a female dog?
You make the call.
He also knows there's a ticklish little pitch coming up.
I'm going to go with the B word. I don't know about y'all, but I'm going with the B word. Come on. We can have some fun here. Look, it is fun. It is fun watching greatness. And when Argentina plays again, and I don't know when that is, it's going to be a blast. By the way, Croatia is just tied up England 2-2. So England, they got their hands full with Croatia right now. That's for sure. So and again, you guys can help me out. I see Alexandra, she's into soccer. I see that. I see Claymore on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page into soccer. and a lot of you are as well. Gibbs 94.1 into soccer. So if you guys
Monday,
okay, all right.
They'll play Austria Monday at noon.
So at Jerry World, I think that's the game Brian Schottenheimer said he was going to.
Mm-hmm.
So he was excited about that, and obviously, can you imagine being there, seeing history made with Lionel Messi? That'll be great. I just want to. I just like that call, Pledge, when he scores. Messi, Messi, Messi.
Go!
No, dude, he just sounds like. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. Pledge just passed out in the control room there. We'll get somebody in here to give you mouth-to-mouth, Pledge. I don't know. I'm getting into it. It's fun. And that may have to be a poll in the next couple of days. Give us a prediction on who you think's going to win this whole thing. I got a poll that's staring at me. England just scored again. Man, see, now this is exciting. Sometimes soccer is not. They're just running around and doing stuff, but they're actually scoring. England comes back after Croatia scores, and England scores now, and they make it 3-2. So this one could be one of those, 10-9 games.
I will say, I don't know if your English friend told you this. Cooper?
Connor. Yeah.
Connor.
Yes.
I don't know if he told you this, but a lot of watching soccer is not watching the ball itself.
You watch everybody else.
It's watching the play develop on the outside.
He did mention that, actually. It's funny you say that. He did mention that. But I was just more like, hey, the guy was called for offsides. What does that mean? I didn't know. And so he was explaining that. Now I know. And just little things that I'm not familiar with. And so it was kind of cool watching it with him. And really listening to him talk was pretty cool, too. I won't lie to you. Uh-oh, what happened?
Turnover. England almost just scored again.
See that? It's a lot of fun, and I'm getting into it. Now, I don't know if this will make me a soccer fan for life, but when it's events like this and stuff like this and the excitement like this, and if the United States continues to play well, and if they beat Australia, which from what I was told, the United States is in a pretty easy group.
Oh, yeah. Their group's not.
That's what I was told. So, we'll see what happens if they get out of their group and move on and win and go from there. But if they do well, obviously, look, I mean, I know a lot of people root for a lot of different teams, but if the United States is doing well, there'll be a lot of excitement.
I mean, look at the Winter Olympics. Not a huge fan. Locked into curling during the Winter Olympics.
Sure. Yeah, again, and okay, I'm an old guy. I'm not ashamed to admit this. I remember getting all excited about the 1980 U.S. hockey team.
You don't like hockey?
Well, I didn't, but I mean, everybody was excited about that hockey team. I mean, everybody. You go back, I mean, there's documentaries, and if you haven't seen that, I mean, this country, I mean, everybody, didn't matter what you felt, what political party you were with, how you felt about this guy or that guy, man, everybody, when they were playing, came together, and that's the beauty of sports, isn't it? I mean, if you're rooting for a team, all that other stuff goes out the window for a little while, and it's a lot of fun. And I think the same thing's happening here. I think we'll have a lot of Mexico fans tomorrow night when they play, and I know there's fans of Argentina, obviously, with Manu Ginobili. He's going to be rooting hard for the Argentina team, and so with the diverse folks that we have here in San Antonio and South Texas. Yeah, that's cool. We're going to have a lot of people rooting for a lot of different teams, and I'm here for it. So, all right, it's fantastic. And maybe I don't know who our mayor is cheering for.
Watch some France too while you're at it.
France? Is Wemby playing?
No, Kylian Mbappe.
Oh, okay. Oh, I've heard that name.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
He's really good.
All right. All right. I
you
will.
like Messi, Mbappe?
Okay. How about Gina Ortiz-Jones? You think she's got a team?
I want a deal.
I don't know whether she does or not, but there's an article in the San Antonio Express News that she has, she's asked for money. Not from you and me, but from a billionaire. We'll let you know what I'm talking about when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Want to brag a little bit first about my Kinetico Quality Water Softener. I love this thing. I really, really love this thing. It is head and shoulders better than anything else I've ever had. And I knew that almost right away. Just getting out of the shower, you just feel cleaner. You know, sometimes you get out of the shower without any kind of conditioner, especially a Kinetico Quality Water Softener, and you just get that film that's on you. That doesn't happen with a Kinetico Quality Water Softener. You feel great. It is fantastic. The dishes come out of the dishwasher cleaner. Your clothes out of the washing machine, so much better. And all the while, you know that you're protecting all of those appliances because you have a Kinetico Quality Water Softener. It is just the absolute best in the business, and it's made right here in the good old U.S. of A. They've still got this deal going on. It is a great deal, and I'm going to tell you why. Free reverse osmosis drinking station that they'll install right there at your kitchen sink. Look, it's like having bottled water right there at your kitchen sink. You don't have to deal with bottled water anymore. You're going to have it right there at your kitchen sink. It is an absolute luxury as far as I'm concerned. I just go turn on the tap and bam, I got water. It is fantastic. They still got 0% interest as well for 12 months. Free money for 12 months. You don't want to wait. Get this done. Give Kinetico a call, 656-PURE, 656-7873, or you can get them online at KineticoSA.com. You know the jingle. Sing it with me. It's the last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656-PURE, Kinetico.
San Antonio, we've got pro football right here this spring and summer. The San Antonio Gunslingers play fast, exciting indoor action in the cool Freeman Coliseum. No heat, just great football. Learn more at SanAntonioGunslingers.com and follow us on social media.
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
Ooh, hey, grab me a coconut water.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2026 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
June 15th to the 21st is Men's Health Week. This is a time to focus on the health and well-being of men in our community. Men's health is shaped by relationships, partnerships, families, caregivers, friends, and communities at every stage of life. When men are supported with connection, education, and help, they seek care, stay engaged, and live healthier, longer lives. This Men's Health Week, Metro Health is recognizing that caring for men does not happen alone. Stronger connections lead to stronger health outcomes, especially for men. Visit sa.gov/health.
'Twas the night before Father's Day, and all through the house, Dad slept in his recliner, completely passed out. The TV stayed on, volume low, soft, and slight, as Dad dreamed of gifts from Academy, the kind you'd like. Of a turtle box speaker with the whole day ahead, no plans, no errands, just Blackstone's lit red. Titleist golf balls for an easy swing. Magellan Outdoors, take on anything. Because tomorrow's not just Father's Day, you see. It's Dad Christmas at Academy. Academy Sports and Outdoors. Fun can't lose.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits two, and then we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the morning huddle and cash in with the morning huddles, Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe.
You know what's entertaining as hell is watching our discussions on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. During the whole break, I'm just sitting here. I'm reading the comments that we've got from some long time, YouTube. We don't have a name for ours. Right? I know they do in the morning show. We don't have a name for ours. So. You know what I'm talking about. People that are in there that are commenting, our little community on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Alexandra's in there, Claymore's in there, Ren G is in there, and they're all Fred Villarreal's in there. A lot of the regulars are in there, Pledge, and they're talking about they blocked somebody. They're talking about they had to block some dude or something, and it's just funny stuff. If you don't know what I'm talking about, get to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. And you too can follow the conversations and the discussions that are going on right there, because they really are kind of entertaining. I'll be honest with you, completely. That's good reading right there. I almost want to. I can take the computer in, although it only happens during our show, Pledge, instead of watching reels when I'm, in the. You know what I'm talking about. I just go to YouTube, and you can. It's just great entertainment right there. Absolutely. It's funny to me, Pledge, because I go to the gym this morning, and everybody's still talking about the NBA Finals and the disappointment that everybody has because the Spurs lost. And it's interesting to me that even though nobody expected what happened, nobody expected the Spurs to get as far as they got, everybody's still extremely disappointed. And I wouldn't say upset anymore. I don't think anybody's upset, but the disappointment is still there. And you're wondering why. And I'm asking, what are they going to do? And how are they going to tweak the roster? And this and that. And this has been now It's Wednesday, hump day. So it's been about 4 or 5 days now since the Spurs lost on Saturday night. And I think that just tells me the love that this city has for the San Antonio Spurs. And I love that. And I think it's good. And it's been that way for a long, long time. So it's pretty cool. Obviously, big fight there was for a new arena. And it was, there were people on both sides of this thing making some pretty good arguments for either side, although the majority of people, especially Spurs fans, were all for this thing. It did pass. The Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones, was not happy about it. She did not want it. She wanted more studies. You remember the whole thing as I rehash what happened before the vote took place. Well, there's an article in the San Antonio Express-News today written by Molly Smith. The headline reads, Mayor Gina Ortiz-Jones wants billionaire Michael Dell to help pay for new Spurs arena. It goes on to say, Jones says it's only fair for Dell, CEO of Dell Technologies and a Spurs investor, to help foot the $1.3 billion bill for a new downtown basketball venue. So apparently she has reached out, or will be reaching out, to Michael Dell or somebody within the Dell organization. And she's asked him, apparently, to consider paying some, if not all, of the city's pledged $489 million contribution to this project. Now, as I read this, I'm not sure what Michael Dell will do. I'm not sure what Michael Dell is already putting into this, because keep in mind, the San Antonio Spurs are putting up $1 billion for this project. Okay, so keep that in mind. The Spurs are contributing a hell of a lot of money already. I would assume that Michael Dell has something to do with that, or a part of it. He is a 10% investor. He's got a 10% stake in the San Antonio Spurs. According to this article, his net worth is $245.9 billion. And that's according to Forbes. Bear County is contributing $311 million to the arena. Spurs Sports and Entertainment agreed to kick in the remaining $500 million and any cost overruns. But you remember, Peter Holt Jr. said another $500 million is going in as well. So they have committed to $1 billion, the San Antonio Spurs, or Spurs Sports and Entertainment. What I don't find, I have no problem with Gina Ortiz-Jones calling Michael Dell or any other billionaire she might know or any other millionaire she might know and asking them to kick in some of this. Now, I say that. I think the city should pony up for this because the city is going to benefit greatly from this new arena in a number of ways. Tax dollars, employment, all kinds of things. So while I don't think that it's going to happen, nor necessarily should happen, I don't blame her for making the phone call. I mean, do you blame her for making the phone call?
I read that Elon Musk, the world's first trillionaire,
yes,
could buy every professional sports franchise in existence.
Sure he could.
Why not ask him for money?
Well, I don't know. Does she know him personally?
I don't know.
Maybe she could send an email. I don't know, dude.
Email Tesla.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure why he would want to do that. There's a good comment here on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page from Gibbs941. She wants a 10% investor to pay the whole bill. See, she's not looking at a 10% investor, Gibbs. She's looking at the fact that this dude's worth $2.5 billion or $250 billion. That's all she's looking at. And look, politicians do things for their own benefit. And that's no disrespect to politicians. It's just the way of the world. So what she thinks, I think, and I haven't talked to Madam Mayor Jones, but what I think look, this is something she could put in her pocket. If by some chance she makes that phone call to Michael Dell, and Michael Dell says, you know what, Mayor, you are absolutely correct. I'm going to kick in X, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Then whatever she does thereafter politically, because San Antonio is not the end all for her, I have a feeling. She's run for higher offices than the mayor of San Antonio. So it is. It's all politics. She will use that. That would be a part of her campaign speech. Guess what I did as mayor of San Antonio? They wanted a new arena. We were on the hook for $400 million or whatever the figure is, and I got Michael Dell to pay half of that. So it took that burden off the city. I did that as mayor of San Antonio. That's a campaign speech. That's a political ad for Gina Ortiz-Jones. And look, she's not the only one doing that. Everybody does that that's in politics. Whatever they have a success with, they're going to put that out there, and they're going to brag about it, as they should. So, look, it's all part of that. That's all this is. But I don't blame her. I really don't blame her for making that phone call, because to me, if you're a politician and you're looking for bigger and better things down the road, it is the absolute right move to do that. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I'd be shocked if it did. Maybe it will. I don't think it will, though. So what do you guys think? Do you blame her for making that phone call? If it was a phone call, maybe it was just, I don't know who she reached out to or whatever it is. However, she reached out to Dell Technologies to ask them for money. Do you blame her, or does it irritate you, or are you okay with it? Is it just another political ploy? I'd really be interested to hear what you guys have to say. 656-3776, 656-ESPN. You can get me on Twitter at JoeRyanEagle210, or you can comment. You can comment on the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Just go to sasportstar.com. You can find our page from there. But I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say. Now, Ren's calling me an apologist, and I think you're missing the point, Ren. Honestly, I don't think she's going to get anything. But as a politician, as the mayor of this city, I would probably do the same thing. Just because if it happens, it's going to benefit me long term. So if that makes me an apologist, okay. I don't blame her for doing it. And again, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. And then I look at this thing and say, look, this is a big thing for this city. Most of you listening to this program, however you're doing that, know that. You watch the NBA Finals. I'm just curious, how many of you saw the free advertisement for this city? Lots of it. Lots of it. All right? I mean, I saw the Riverwalk. I saw beautiful shots of downtown. I saw the Alamo. I saw beautiful shots of many parts of this beautiful city. So, look, you can't buy advertising like that, like we got from ABC during the NBA Finals. So I'm just saying, look, it benefits us all. We know that. We've been over this. It's already done. But I'm just saying, if you're Gina Ortiz-Jones, why not make the call? Whether it gets anywhere or not, it's a feather in your cap. Because even if it doesn't happen, she can say, well, I tried. Look what I did. I reached out to that billionaire, and I asked him to foot some of the bill. And, well, he never got back to me. I mean, she's going to be a hero to some people. So it's politics. So I don't blame her for doing it. I'm not a big fan of hers, obviously, and I think most of you know that. But I'm just saying, I don't blame her for doing that. I'm going to throw her a bone, Pledge. I just think, to me, it was the right move to make. I wouldn't have thought of it, quite frankly. I don't think. That's why I'm not in politics. But I don't know.
I mean, you don't fault them for asking, but at the same time, if I'm Michael Dell, I'm already kicking in for this thing.
Well, you probably don't even respond. I mean,
probably not.
In all honesty, he probably doesn't even respond. Or if he does, it'll be a nice letter. Thank you for asking, but no.
Also, knowing the way that the campaign against Project Marvel went.
Yep. And it's already in motion. It's already done. I'm just saying, I think this is a last-ditch effort for her just to put a feather in her cap. And as a politician, which I am not, but as a politician, I would imagine that's the right move to make. So I don't know. I read that article and I thought, it's an interesting story, and I'll give her credit for having the wherewithal to do that.
I thought you were going to say something.
I know. I thought about it, but I didn't. Again, with all due respect.
I was reading your mind.
All due respect. There you go. We'll see what comes of it. I don't expect anything to come of it, quite frankly. But you don't know. It could, and again, it would benefit her politically without a doubt. All right, let's move on, and we will. NBA, a lot of mock drafts coming up. There's going to be a lot of rumors floating around, obviously, because, the NBA draft is coming up in less than a week. Next Tuesday is the NBA draft. The Spurs have the 20th pick in the first round, and they've got 3 second-round picks that they've got at their disposal as well. What do they need? We've talked about it, right? Big men, maybe a power forward, a 3-and-D guy.
Shooter.
Whatever the case is, let's see what some of the so-called experts who put together these mock drafts have to say about it. You want to? I do, so let's do it. When we continue here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Let me tell you about my friends at Quarterman Plumbing, Heating, and AC. 210-651-5899 is the phone number. And you know at Quarterman, whether it's plumbing issues or a problem with your AC, they are the best company to call. They also have great maintenance programs as well. They're just a great company overall. And at Quartermoon Plumbing, Heating, and AC, they've created something called the Breathe Easy Package that apparently is an issue here in San Antonio that needs fixing. If your house smells off, that might actually be your AC unit, and Quartermoon will clean everything. Deep clean the blower motor, blower wheel, and AC housing. Clean the coil and disinfect the inside of that AC cabinet. Then they're going to install a UV light that will zap bacteria. You're going to get cleaner air, a fresher home, and everything smelling the way it's supposed to be. So if your house smells off, Quartermoon. Plumbing emergency, AC emergency, 210-651-5899, 651-5899, or quartermoonplumbing.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Need a reason to call Thomas J. Henry Law after a car accident? How about $1 billion? Because Thomas J. Henry Law fights even when the insurance company says your claim is worth nothing. Thomas J. Henry doesn't back down. That's how we put over $1 billion in our clients' pockets in just the last 4 years. And why we're one of the largest personal injury law firms in Texas. Car accident? Visit ThomasJHenryLaw.com. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Looking for your new favorite spot in Stone Oak? Head to Doghouse Beer Garden for the best gourmet all-beef hot dogs, handcrafted sausages, and premium smash burgers, all on grilled King's Hawaiian rolls. And check out their brand new menu. Watch all the games at Doghouse Beer Garden, Stone Oak. It's a full-service bar and grill with 24 rotating craft beers on draft, plus wine and signature cocktails. Open late for summer at Stone Oak Parkway in 281. See for yourself why this is where being in the Doghouse is fun. The Doghouse Beer Garden in Stone Oak.
Summer's hottest deals are officially here at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. Get a $369 a month lease payment on a 2026 Silverado 1500 Custom. Right now, 0% APR for 60 months on any 2026 Silverado 1500. Or get 2.9% financing on the 2026 Traverse or Trax LT. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes from Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. Whether your pain started yesterday or years ago, we treat the root cause so you can feel real relief fast. No pills, no surgery. Most patients notice improvement in just one visit, and we accept most insurance plans. Stop waiting. Start feeling better. Visit Arasti.com today. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
To find the location nearest you, visit Arasti.com.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, upgrade to a Tempur-Pedic and learn how you can get 3% back plus an instant gift. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
June 15th to the 21st is Men's Health Week. This is a time to focus on the health and well-being of men in our community. Men's health is shaped by relationships, partnerships, families, caregivers, friends, and communities at every stage of life. When men are supported with connection, education, and help, they seek care, stay engaged, and live healthier, longer lives. This Men's Health Week, Metro Health is recognizing that caring for men does not happen alone. Stronger connections lead to stronger health outcomes, especially for men. Visit sa.gov/health.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, NBA draft less than a week away. What could the Spurs be looking at and who's on top of the pile? Plus, we got NFL to talk. Don't be late. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I hope everybody's having a great Wednesday here in this beautiful city of San Antonio or wherever you may be listening. We appreciate it. Here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, this is The Blitz. I'm Joe Reinagel. Jason Minix has the week off. He's doing a little vacay, but James Pledger is here. He's playing that fine music in there. Doing a good job. You're welcome. I know everybody's been missing that song, Pledge. Whether they admit it or not, they're missing that song. So you're welcome. We're going to keep feeding you some of that as we move on. I like that song. I mean, it kind of grows on you, does it not? It really does. It kind of grows on you.
Absolutely.
Absolutely it does. Hey, go to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. A lot of interesting conversation there. It's kind of a kumbaya moment in there right now, Pledge. I don't know if you've been in there, but we got people making up, kissing and making up, unblocking people, and it's just it's a real kumbaya moment in there.
Oh, there's kissing in there?
I'm telling you, they're just they're going to town. I mean, it's really nice, really nice. I'm happy for everybody in there. Goodness gracious! Well, when you go there and you hug somebody or kiss somebody or whatever you want to do, you can vote in our poll. As of June 17th. Is Victor Wembanyama already the face of the NBA? The yeses have it right now, 54% to 46%. And the only caveat I have, and I have no way of knowing whether this is the case or not, but take your heart out of it. If you're a Spurs fan, and I know most of you are, take your heart out of it and be objective. And I say that because there is a top 100 list that the Ringer has put together. We'll get to in just a moment. But with draft day coming up, and it's coming up pretty quick, next Tuesday night. So they'll go Tuesday, Wednesday. The first round will be Tuesday, and the second round will be on Wednesday.
You can hear it here on San Antonio Sports Star.
There you go. You can hear it here on San Antonio Sports Star. The question is, look, and there could be some things happening. I'm hearing right now that the Milwaukee Bucks would like to get a Giannis trade done before the draft. Obviously, they're looking for some draft picks. So they'd like to get it done, whomever, whether that's Boston or Miami or somebody else at this case in point. But they'd like to get something done. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's some fireworks between now and next Tuesday. So we'll wait and see. But as it sits right now, I go to ESPN, and there is a mock draft there. And from what I've been told, now there's no Wemby, there's no Tim Duncan, there's no generational talent necessarily. Now, one of these guys could certainly turn into that. And A.J. Debonsa is a guy that a lot of people are really high on out of BYU. But they have the Washington Wizards taking Debonsa at number one. And the Utah Jazz have Darren Peterson, point guard out of Kansas. God, what I love these kids, man. And I know it's been this way for a long time. But they're one and done, most of them. They come out of college these days. And again, it has been that way for a long time. And I'm just going through the top five right now, and then we'll get to the Spurs. Memphis Grizzlies have the third pick. ESPN has them taking Cameron Boozer, which is I think is going to be a good pick. I think he's going to be a good player. Chicago Bulls, they have them selecting Caleb Wilson, a power forward center out of North Carolina, going to the Bulls. And the LA Clippers, who get the number 5 pick via the Indiana Pacers, they have them taking a guy by the name of Keaton Wagler, a point guard, shooting guard out of Illinois. As far as your San Antonio Spurs, they've got 4 picks in this year's draft. The first one is the 20th overall selection. And according to ESPN, they've got them taking a power forward out of Santa Clara, guy by the name of Alan Graves. And I'm going to have to start studying these guys pretty hard and heavy. Don't know, but just from position-wise, it seems like a good pick. Now, just the write-up, and I won't read you a story. It's not Uncle Joe's story time, but I'll read you a little bit of this. This is Graves received strong interest enough interest to confidentially stay in the draft. He's got range, apparently, viewed by teams as starting in the middle teens and running into the early 20s as far as draft position goes. Where he lands might depend on how things unfold with potential trades. And I think that's important. So you're going to be seeing a lot of mock drafts in the NBA, just like we see a lot of mock drafts before the NFL draft. But it's all contingent on what happens beforehand or during the draft. When it comes to trades and things that happen there could, again, we talked about Giannis. There could be other trades made this week. But as far as position goes, I think ESPN and most other NBA mock drafts have the Spurs going with a big fella. Not necessarily a center, but certainly a power forward. Somebody that can play either with Wemby or when Wemby's on the bench to give him some relief. But a power forward, and this guy is, he's an interesting prospect, according to ESPN. Average athleticism, according to them, limited body of work against top competition. So some people like him, some people don't. And when you're looking at a kid from Santa Clara, you kind of have to look at that. And again, I'm going to start comparing these mock drafts and see how many have this. But as far as position alone goes, I like where they're going there. I really do. To the second round, look, I think the Spurs are going to do a lot of draft and stash. So we've got some picks here, and I'll tell you what they are. At 42, via Portland, the Spurs take a center out of Tennessee. A guy by the name of Felix Akpara, a senior, so he's a seasoned guy if that's the way that they happen to go. At 44, they've got a guy out of Ohio State by the name of Bruce Thornton. And then the Spurs have one more pick, I believe it was 35. I missed that one. Jack Khalil out of Germany. Now, see, that's the other two kind of surprised me, and I think I'll be surprised if the Spurs draft all three of those guys for themselves. I really will. Historically, the Spurs have been draft and stash kind of guys when it comes to the second round. Not always. Obviously, they've got some players there, but historically, they like to do that. They like to draft these guys in the second round from overseas. You keep them over there until you're ready for them and then bring them here. So it's going to be interesting to see how this draft goes, but it is time to start thinking about that, and we'll do a lot of that, obviously, between now and next Tuesday night, and different ones. This was an ESPN draft mock, all right, a mock draft. So there will be others, and we'll take a look at them as they come out, because you're going to see something every single day, without a doubt. Which gets me now to why we have our poll up today. Do you think Wemby is the face of the NBA right now? And again, most of you voting, there's been 79 votes. We got to get to 100, y'all. So again, wake the kids, phone the neighbors, get them to vote in our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. As of June 17th, is Victor Wembanyama already the face of the NBA? 57% of you say yes. 43% of you say no, he is not at this point in time. And it's closer, quite frankly, than I thought. And in fact, the no's were winning this thing for a long, long time. But they're not right now. Then we go to a top 100 list, and I think there'll be more of these too. The Ringer has put this one out. Not necessarily this means they're the face of the league, although I think you can make a pretty good argument for who they've got at number one, and that is SGA. SGA, they rank as the top guy when it comes to the best player in the NBA right now, SGA. Would you argue with that? And I'm wondering, I think a lot of you will, just simply because we had a battle against SGA, and we had a battle where we're calling him a flopper. He does a lot of that, but he's a pretty damn good basketball player. I mean, can we agree on that? That SGA is a pretty damn good player. When he needs to make a shot, he typically makes a shot, and that Oklahoma City team relies on him big time. So I think you got to give him where it's due, and I think right now, at this point in time, he is the best player in the league. Wemby, they've got it number 2, so not quite there yet, but they call him a gargantuan talent, out to claim his seat at the forefront of the league. And again, I think Wemby, if he continues to progress the way that he has thus far, is going to be the face of the NBA. Not only the face of the NBA, he's going to be an MVP. He's going to win, I don't know how many Defensive Player of the Year awards. I mean, this guy's the future is bright. He's got some things to work on, though, and I think we can all agree on that. The good news on this list is the fact that there are 7 Spurs in the top 100. I think we should all be pretty proud of that, in all honesty. With Wemby being at number 2, then they've got Steph Castle at 26. They call Steph a wrecking ball defender, fluid athlete, honing his ball skills into something special. The biggest knock on Steph Castle, I think, throughout this year, and especially in the playoffs when he had to play, when De'Aaron Fox was hurt, was holding on to the basketball. Maybe holding on to it too long, turning it over. Those things will come. Again, he's only 21 years old, which is an incredible deal. Dylan Harper, he comes in at number 45. I agree with that. He's one spot ahead of De'Aaron Fox, by the way. So the Ringer likes Dylan Harper a little bit better than De'Aaron Fox, but I find that interesting. And when I look at Dylan Harper, who's only 20 years old, by the way, came into the league when he was 19. So did another guy that made a pretty good living being a San Antonio Spur by the name of Tony Parker. To me, these two guys are similar in a lot of ways. Now, we had this discussion a little bit early in the show, but I know Dylan Harper's a little bit bigger than Tony, stature-wise, a little bit thicker, but he has no fear. Dylan Harper has no fear where Tony Parker had no fear. Now, I'm going to give Tony Parker a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, Pledge, because when Tony played, the rules were a little bit different. Tony played against guys like Shaquille O'Neal.
Mm-hmm.
He got knocked around pretty good. But he kept going inside, and he kept going inside, and he kept going inside. And Dylan Harper does the same thing. What Dylan Harper doesn't do yet, as well as Tony Parker, is drive and dish. But Harper's pretty good at finishing at the rim. So I think they're similar players, similar play. And I'll be honest with you, I don't really like to compare players like that. But when I'm watching him in the NBA Finals and watching how he drives to the basket, watching how he can move his body and just kind of twerk his body a little bit, it reminds me a lot of Tony Parker. And we'll see. Now, Harper's already got a jump shot. Parker had to develop that. And it took Tony Parker a little bit to do that. And it was because of that jump shot that won him the Finals MVP in 2007. In all honesty, it was that jump shot that just kind of crystallized his game and him as a player, and he was rewarded for that thing. I did mention De'Aaron Fox comes in at number 46, one spot behind Dylan Harper. Look, De'Aaron Fox is 28 years old, and I know there's been a lot of rumors out there today, just today, talking about trades, and the Spurs are interested in this, and this team is interested in that, and you're going to see a lot of that too. I don't think De'Aaron Fox is going anywhere, and you're going to hear trade rumors all over the place. You are absolutely going to hear trade rumors all over the place. But I think De'Aaron Fox will be here when the Spurs line up for game number 1. Devin Vassell comes in at number 65. I think Devin Vassell has improved tremendously. And when I say that, I don't think it's necessarily what he does on the floor. Where I think Devin Vassell has excelled at is knowing his role on this team and knowing where he fits. And I think just by knowing that has made his game so much better because he understands. He's comfortable, I think, with that role. And he has become a better player. And I was really impressed with him in the finals and throughout the playoff run for that matter. Julian Champagnie barely makes the top 100. He comes in at number 98. Had a good year, is a great shooter, obviously. That kid's only 24 years old. So another player that's got some room to grow. And then Keldon Johnson just squeaks in at number 99. Age 26. He had a rough playoff series for the most part, but obviously a great regular season. So I'm impressed that that a publication like The Ringer has 7 Spurs players in their top 100. So I think you should get up and take a bow, San Antonio, because that to me is pretty impressive. And I won't lie to you. What do you think? 656-3776, 656-ESPN. Let's go to the phone lines. Gary's up there now. Gary, welcome to the Blitz.
Hey, how's it going today? I'm telling you, I really like the guy out of Michigan. I know he might not be there with a couple of maneuvers we can pull up, move up, and maybe get that guy Yaxel Lindbergh. Watched him last year. Man, he's just a great player. 6'9", And he's got, he's 6'9", weighing about 250, but he's all muscle. And I think that he would be perfect to put in the lineup because we need somebody that, when people are knocking Wemby around, somebody that's, muscle right there on the floor that's going to give us rebounds and scoring. And I think he would be a perfect guy for us in that area. That's my opinion.
All right, Gary. Well, we're all going to have opinions as we come up to the draft, and who the heck knows who's going to be right and who's going to be wrong. Thanks for the phone call, Gary. You can do the same as well. It's interesting as I watch England go up 4-2 in the World Cup in their game against Croatia. It's interesting how these mock drafts, and look, we see them in the NFL all the time. Mel Kiper changes his mind 100 million times, and I think that will happen here too. But I think the Spurs are going to be better off, it's my opinion, going out and getting a veteran player that can come in, and I'm talking about a big fella, power forward, center, whatever you want to say, that can spread the floor, that can shoot, and that can spell and play with Wemby. And I think, to me, that's a priority just from what I saw in the playoffs. Wemby wore himself out. And he's not a guy that likes to get inside. Maybe that happens this offseason. Every player works on something in the offseason. Maybe for Victor Wembanyama, it's getting a little bit bigger and learning how to play inside. That all remains to be seen. All right, I got something for you. We're giving away some tickets, a 4-pack of tickets to go see the San Antonio River Monsters. Sounds scary, doesn't it? San Antonio River Monsters are a baseball team. First year in the TCIL is a wood bat league. It features top college players. They play their home games at UIW. Tickets are available at rivermonstersbaseball.com, or you can win them right here on the Blitz, right now. 4-pack of tickets. We're giving them away. Caller number 7. 656-3776, 656-ESPN. Your chance to go see the River Monsters play baseball. This is the Blitz on 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star. Hey, with all this soccer going on, you're looking for a place. I saw our debate there in the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page chat room, where to go to watch Mexico tomorrow night, and the United States on Friday afternoon. There is no better place than Novo Brewery. I'm telling you, soccer fans are flocking to that place. It is a big party at Novo Brewery, not just for those 2 games, but for all of them. It is the perfect spot to go for every single match, no matter what time of day. Look, Novo Brewery is their first location here in Texas, but that's what they're known for, soccer fans, more so than anything else. They know how to do it, and they certainly know how to do the World Cup and the stuff that's going on right now. Look, they've got 80-plus feet of massive video walls. Every goal feels like you're right there. I mean, you are up close and personal to everything. Craft beer. They've got 60 craft beers on tap. They've got domestic beer on tap. They've got kombucha on tap. And they got a food lineup that is absolutely fantastic. Picanha Prime Sirloin. I love the picanha skewers. They are absolutely the best. They've got Brazilian empanadas, stack burgers. They've got sandwiches. They've got wings. They've got just about anything you want, all the way up to a ribeye steak, which is absolutely fantastic. They've also got a full bar there. So any kind of cocktail you want, they've got that there as well. It is San Antonio soccer headquarters for the most electric month in sports. Conveniently located right there in North Star Mall. They do have late night hours. They're not married to the mall's hours, and you don't have to go through the mall to get there. Novo Brewery has its own entrance. All you do is come in through the Rector Street entrance right there, park, and you'll see the door. It's right there in front of you. Go check them out, especially right now with this huge soccer event going on. You want to check them out before you go? You can do that as well. NovoBrew.com. That's Novo Brew.com.
Riding 281 with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
You know, nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, you know the best way to do that is by calling my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds. 210-225-2121 is the phone number. You can also text BAIL to 474747 or even start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Whether it's you, a family member, a friend of yours, your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They're discreet and confidential and open 24/7. Offices all over San Antonio and Texas. License number 149. Call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121 or online mybestbailbonds.com.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water station when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
ConnecticutSA.com.
Hey, San Antonio, did you know your city has its own professional indoor football team? That's right, the San Antonio Gunslingers play pro football in Freeman Coliseum all spring and summer long. Fast-paced, hard-hitting action in the cool, comfortable indoor arena. No blazing Texas heat, just pure excitement. It's football the way it was meant to be, right here at home. Learn more, grab tickets, and follow online at SanAntonioGunslingers.com and on social media. The San Antonio Gunslingers, your indoor pro football team.
Eczema, eczema, eczema. So many ads for eczema products. But those fancy TV ads don't mention that those prescription products can cost thousands of dollars. There's a smarter way. It's Exoderm for eczema and dermatitis. Exoderm costs less than $20. Yep, less than $20. You don't need a prescription, and it's available on the first aid aisle of your local store. Exoderm contains the #1 doctor-recommended ingredient in a clean, hypoallergenic cream with no harsh additives or nasty chemicals. Exoderm, fast, effective relief from the itching and inflammation of eczema. This stuff really does work. Take back control. Heal eczema flares with soothing Exoderm Flare Control Cream. It's on the first aid aisle of your local drugstore, supermarket, and at Target and Walmart too. Exoderm for eczema. Now that's smart.
Here at Academy, we're putting the outdoors back in Academy Sports and Outdoors, especially for firearms and ammo. Whether you're punching paper at the range or heading to the field before sunrise, you'll find what you're looking for and probably a few things you didn't know you needed. Trusted brands, tons of options, and undefeatable prices. Right now for Father's Day, get up to $100 off the best brands in firearms through June 21st. Academy, fun can't lose. Age restrictions apply. Remember to always keep it safe.
June 15th through the 21st, Men's Health Week. And this is the time to focus on health and well-being of men in our community. When men are supported with connection, education, and help, they seek care, they stay engaged, and they live longer, healthier lives. Stronger connections lead to stronger health outcomes, especially for men. Visit sa.gov/health to learn more. And remember, there's no shame in men reaching out for help.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collisions since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the Cowboys continue their mandatory mini camp. It will go through tomorrow. Of course, wide receiver George Pickens is there. He spoke to the media yesterday. He was asked about training camp. He says he won't hold out this offseason. Plans to play on the tag, saying what's important to me is winning. We got baseball. No baseball. The Texas Rangers, well, they got the day off today. They wrapped up their series with the Minnesota Twins yesterday.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Hump day!
Happy hump day, everybody! Oh, my goodness, it's a great day to be in San Antonio. Thank you for spending a little time with us here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. Jason Minix has the week off. He's on vacation, a little R&R for him. James Pledger is here, however, and he's pushing all the buttons back there, and we're just happy to have you here with us as well. And you got some homework to do. If you go to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, be a good thing to do, to like and subscribe said page, and then you can vote in our poll. We've been talking about it a little bit yesterday and certainly a lot today because of the top 100 that came out in the Ringer. As of today, is Victor Wembanyama already the face of the NBA? The yeses have it at 56%, the noes at 44%. You've still got time to change that if you feel opposite or add to it if you feel the same. Just take your heart out of it, okay? That's all I ask. Take your heart out of it, and you'll be just fine. Talking a little bit of Spurs in the draft, which obviously is coming up here next Tuesday. That's when it will take place. The Spurs have the 20th overall selection in this year's NBA draft. And, you know, at number 20, I don't know who they're going to get because I don't know what's going to happen between 1 and 19. You just don't know what's going to happen or who's going to change spots or what trades are going to be made. And so to be at that position is tough to kind of plan for. And I would imagine that Brian Wright and the Brain Trust over there at Spurs Sports and Entertainment is feeling the same way. I mean, you've got on your board, you've got some players that you think are going to move or fall to you and who will be there and who won't. You're going to want to make the right pick at that spot. But it's got to be difficult, I would think, to sit there and try and say, yeah, this is the guy we're targeting. This is the one guy that we want because so many things can change. But it looks like to me they're thinking, at least by what I've seen thus far, mock draft-wise and other things, that it's going to be a big guy, either a power forward or a center, which is kind of what everybody's thinking anyway, right? I mean, it's what everybody's thinking. That's what we saw because we all watched the NBA Finals and we all watched how Wemby got tired out, how Wemby was getting pushed around, and they need somebody else there that can handle some of that banging. An OG Anunoby type, a player like that would be outstanding. Guy that can shoot, but also a guy that can bang. Those are the types of players that I would love to see. And I'm not advocating for this, but a Draymond Green type. Those types of players I would love to see just to take some of the pressure off of a Victor Wembanyama down low. Spurs are guard heavy, and we know that. They are guard heavy. And so, but it's the size and the physicality that we need. Luke Cornett during the regular season was absolutely fantastic. He just got exposed a little bit in the playoffs, and it forced Mitch Johnson's hand to keep Wemby on the floor, probably more than he wanted to keep him on the floor. I don't know if Cornett's going to be back or not. If he is, fine. But I just he was exposed in the playoffs.
I'm not going to say he wasn't, but as far as it goes with you need to draft a big man, a 4 or a 5, I will push back against that. You take the best player because the draft is so uncertain, especially the NBA draft.
The last thing the Spurs need is another guard.
You can flip good players.
Well, perhaps.
For the pieces you need to fill those holes. But it is a lot harder to move somebody who's awful than it is somebody who's good.
Well, how do you know in the draft? You don't know who's awful and who's good. Picking at number 20?
You don't.
You don't. You have no idea.
If you draft for positional need over best player available, because if you see traits, values, etc., that are beneficial to becoming a good pro or a backup that can last for 10 years in the NBA, a lot of people go for the upside. This guy could become, this guy might be, this guy. It's very, very difficult to, especially in the NBA draft. Like, I say this a lot in the NFL because, you know, a lot of people be like, you need a center. Well, you don't take a center in the first round a lot of the times. It's just positional value. You don't reach for a player because you need that position. You take, if there's a guy that you think's going to be great, take that guy. You can move players around. You can trade players. You can trade picks. You can do things to fill those holes on your roster rather than saddle yourself with a guy who potentially could just be a guy that's going to be out of the league or in the G League his whole life.
Well, and again, I would push back against that. If you're drafting at number 20, you don't have a clue. You don't have a clue. You take your best guess, and that's all you do. And the NFL and the NBA are two different animals when it comes to the draft, in my opinion, because you only have 2 rounds, and most of those second-round guys are G Leaguers for the most part. But you're picking at number 20. You pick the best player available. Okay. I don't think anybody picking at number 20 is thinking that guy's going to come in and be a part of your team moving forward for at least a short period of time. I mean, you could think a guy's going to be great. He's got all the skills. He's got all this. He's got all that. I don't know. Picking at number 20 to me is just I think I would. Here's what scenario I'd like to see. If you've got a trade out there,
yes,
then get rid of that 20th pick. Absolutely. Now, see, I would rather see something like that. On that, we do agree. But if you're picking at 20, and if the Spurs pick at 20, and if that's what happens, it's a roll of the dice. I mean, completely. I don't care whether it's a guard, forward, center. It doesn't matter. It's a roll of the dice.
It is, but utilize the pick to acquire what you need. And I say that by, like, don't reach for something. Get what your scouts deem, because you got to trust your scouting department, right?
Well, sure. Absolutely.
And if you think this guy's got all the tools to be a 10-year vet in the league, and this other guy, I don't know, his work ethic is suspect, but he has the potential to be the next Joker.
Well, sure. And by the way,
second round pick,
Joker. Who knew? And there are exceptions. Obviously, there are exceptions.
Jalen Brunson.
I'm thinking
Finals MVP.
Well, absolutely. But look, I'm thinking when you're looking at number 20, you've got to have about 5 guys listed on your board, because you don't know who's going to come off and who's not. So how do you rank those 5 guys? So if the top guy you have, and that's the guy you want, gets taken at 17, all right, then you've got to adjust. And this guy, so that's really not the guy that you want, but he's the guy there. I mean, it's just, to me, it's such a crapshoot. I would much rather see the Spurs pull off a deal.
Oh, yes, we agree.
Than to draft at number 20. If there is somebody, if they can work that deal that involves that number 20 pick, I would much rather see them do that, because they can make a trade and have a guy that can come in and contribute right away versus a guy that maybe not. I mean, look at Dylan Harper. Look at Dylan Harper. He's a perfect example of what you're talking about. Obviously, high upside. The guy's great. We saw that. But Mitch Johnson didn't trust him until what? Midway through the season? If not towards the end of the season. That's what I'm saying. And he was a number 2 overall pick. You're talking about number 2 overall versus number 20. Get rid of that thing. I would love to see that happen. Spurs have 3 picks in the second round as well. I'm with you there. But I think to rely on, no matter where you pick, okay, best player available. and it's a point guard.
Sure.
What are you going to do with that? I mean, in all sincerity, what are you going to do? Even if this is the best player available, what are you going to do with that? You got Dylan Harper and De'Aaron Fox. What are you going to do with that? And that's the thing. And so I'm with you, dude. If you can pull off a deal to get yourself a veteran, whether that's a veteran 3, 4, or 5, I'm all for it, man. I'd sign off on that right away.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What do you guys think? What do you think? Pledge and I don't think we disagree necessarily on that. He says best player available. I say get rid of the damn thing or take a big fella because either way, I think you're kind of screwed anyway, and you're hoping that guy develops into something. And again, there are exceptions. I get that. There are certainly exceptions to every rule, and we mentioned some of them. Jalen Brunson, the Joker. I'm sure there's a long list of others as well. 656-3776, 656-ESPN. Would you like to see the Spurs take that number 20 pick and try and get something done with some other team to bring in a veteran that can contribute right away? Let's talk about it. I like this kind of talk, and I know we're going to be talking about this the next several days as we leading up to the draft, what the Spurs do, how they do it, and what we think they should do. Because after all, we all know best anyway.
I do agree with Gary. I do love Yaxel
My
Lindenborg.
phone number is 210.
Brian, give me a call.
Right, give me a call. We'll sit down and talk, have a glass of iced tea, and go from there. All right, we'll do that when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Morning Huddle.
Come to find out, it's a bar for people that play on the other team.
Okay.
I'm on the wrong team to be in that bar.
Is there any thought that, like, maybe in a different timeline you could possibly be on that team?
Well, it wasn't just me. It was our whole group, and I thought about it because looking at myself, I would me. I mean, look at me. Just look at me. Look at this. You're telling me I couldn't get a drink or two? You couldn't. You know this?
Did anybody buy you a drink?
I have my cape on, and I come up to the bar asking him, would you? Would you? Yeah. And he goes, yes, I would.
The Morning Huddle with AJ and Rob. Weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, getting older is just a part of life, right? But feeling exhausted all the time, it doesn't have to be that way. About 1 in 4 men over 40 have low testosterone. For many men, those symptoms happen gradually. You might not even notice. You just assume it's stress, work, lack of sleep, or just part of aging. But if your energy is down, your workouts are a little bit harder than they used to be, you're not as sharp as you feel with your focus, you just don't feel like yourself anymore, it is time for you to get into Synergenics, where their providers specialize in hormone health and testosterone replacement therapy. They use lab work, symptoms, health history, and your personal goals to create a treatment plan that is customized to you. No two men are exactly alike. No two treatment plans are exactly alike. And TRT may help support your energy, your focus, your libido, mood, body composition, overall your quality of life. You don't have to settle for feeling less than your best. Synergenics does work with most major insurance providers, and that testosterone test, it is absolutely free. So if you want answers, get them. Get to Synergenics.com to book that initial appointment today. SYNERGENX.com.
Summer's hottest deals are officially here at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. Get a $369 a month lease payment on a 2026 Silverado 1500 Custom. Right now, 0% APR for 60 months on any 2026 Silverado 1500. Or get 2.9% financing on the 2026 Traverse or Trax LT. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes from Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio and have been practicing law here since 1994. And in the past 30-plus years, I've helped hundreds of San Antonians injured by negligent drivers. If you've been injured in a car or truck collision, call me, 210-900-0400. I did want to let you know of a very disturbing trend I've seen that you really need to be aware of. If an attorney or someone acting on that attorney's behalf calls you after a traffic collision, with very limited exceptions, that is called barratry or solicitation. It's a crime and is unethical under our state bar rules. Do not answer these phone calls. Do not hire an unethical attorney. Neither I nor anyone in my firm will ever call you after a traffic collision. If you need my help, and if you've been injured in a traffic collision, I think you do, you'll need to call me. My name is Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400, or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
This World Cup season, there's only one place to experience every USA match with fellow fans, Social Spot in San Antonio. Join them for the ultimate World Cup watch parties featuring giant screens, delicious food, tasty snacks, ice-cold beer, and the electrifying atmosphere of soccer's biggest tournament. Bring your friends, wear your red, white, and blue, and cheer on Team USA every step of the way. Catch all the action at Social Spot, 930 Broadway. Social Spot and San Antonio Sports Star, your home for the 2026 World Cup watch parties. Don't miss a minute of the excitement.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams sale and get 30% off Super Paint, Super Deck, and Woodscapes products June 12th through the 22nd. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
This World Cup update on San Antonio Sports Star is brought to you by Twin Peaks.
Twin Peaks is your home to soccer's biggest event in the world. Get all your updates live on San Antonio Sports Star 94.1 FM. And get to Twin Peaks to catch your favorite matchups paired with daily goal-worthy specials. Twin Peaks is your home for the world's biggest soccer event.
Westwood One Sports presents this World Soccer Update, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance makes bundling home and auto easy. Learn more at progressiveinsurance.com. Group K play kicked off with a surprise result in Houston as Congo secured a point against Portugal. 1-1 the final. Portugal took an early lead 6 minutes in with a Ruben Neves goal, but a Congo header by Yohan Wissa just before halftime leveled the score. Congo with its first ever World Cup goal and World Cup result against one of the favorites. Kicking off now in Group L, England begins its 2026 journey against Croatia in Dallas. Harry Kane comes into this World Cup as England's all-time leading scorer and coming off the best season of his career. From a goal-scoring perspective, 61 goals in all competitions with Bayern Munich. I'm Lucas Panzica, Westwood One Sports.
When you tell someone what team you cheer for, do they apologize? Does your first childhood memory involve crying on a Jumbotron? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected from things like fire damage caused by violently unplugging the TV. Or an accidental overhand left to the drywall. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
Gear up for the games this summer. Henkel's Summer of Soccer Sweepstakes is giving fans the chance to win the new 2026 U.S. Men's National Team jersey and U.S. Soccer Store gift cards. Everything you need to show up and support the home team, so don't miss out. No purchase necessary. Starts May 16th and ends June 15th, 2026. Must be 18 and a resident of the contiguous United States. Visit HenkelSoccerSweeps.com for official rules. Sponsored by Henkel. Henkel, proud partner of U.S. Soccer.
Listen to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on your Amazon or Google smart speaker and just say, Alexa, play 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Exciting time of year, to say the least, right? The NBA Finals are over. Didn't end the way we wanted it to end. But we got the NBA draft. So as disappointed as Spurs fans are, there's hope coming. What are they going to do and how are they going to do it and what happens? Who's going to be here? Who's not going to be here? All of those things, well, they'll answer themselves. Some of the big news doesn't involve the San Antonio Spurs, who are waiting on the Giannis trade to go down. By all reports, the Milwaukee Bucks would like to have this thing done before the draft next Tuesday. So there could be some fireworks coming this week if somebody gives Milwaukee something that they want. Two teams, obviously, and you guys know this, that we've been hearing about, Miami and Boston. So as long as he stays in the East, that would be okay with me. I'd be fine with that. Don't hear any other things happening in the West or with any other team. So, but that could all change. I mean, you never know. Some team just step in and say, "Hey, we want to make this move. We want to win right now, and we want Giannis," and could give him some kind of deal. Who knows? But that's something certainly to watch for in the next couple of days. Will Giannis be a Milwaukee Buck by the time the NBA draft starts on Tuesday? Pledge and I were just looking at the San Antonio Spurs salaries and who's still going to be here, at least under contract anyway, and whose salaries goes off the books. You're looking at a lot of guys that didn't see the floor at all who will be off the books. Biyombo, Lindy Waters is not under contract next year. Mason Plumlee, Harrison Ingram is not under contract. You got some bigger names. Obviously, Jeremy Sohan counted against the cap this year. His salary was still there. Kelly Olynyk going off. Harrison Barnes, he's a free agent. So a lot of movement. The Spurs will have some decisions to make. Do you bring back a Harrison Barnes at a reduced salary? Kelly Olynyk, I'm not sure. I thought that was a decent move, kind of a Harrison Barnes type move. I thought Kelly Olynyk would be that veteran guy that could come in here and maybe make a difference. Obviously, it didn't work that way because, well, Mitch Johnson didn't feel that way. He didn't see the floor much. So whether he's back or not, I don't think he will be. But you never know. I just think there's some guys out there, and the Spurs will piece some guys like that. Guys like Olynyk. That are veteran guys, they will do that, and that don't cost necessarily a lot of money. But as we're going through this, the Spurs are going to have some money to spend. The way it looks to me, handling the salary cap and that stuff, it takes a genius sometimes to do that. So we may have to get a genius that knows something about that on the air, Pledge, here in the next couple of days to see what kind. He can educate all of us on how exactly that stuff works.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, the needs, obviously, to me, big man, power forward, perhaps a center, something that can help Victor Wembanyama, whether playing on the floor with him at the same time or to spell him. Luke Cornett, by the way, we did look, he is under contract for the next 2 years, actually the next 3. However, the final year of his contract is a team option. So he is under contract. So fully expect Luke to be here unless they work out some sort of a trade involving him. A lot of question marks right now, and you have to believe that while all of us kind of take a breath after the NBA Finals, disappointed, trying to get over that, Brian Wright and company over there went straight to work on exactly what their plan is and how they want to pursue the draft, how they want to pursue free agency, how they want to pursue any trades that may come available or that they're interested in. Making some phone calls. Was that Brian Wright calling for me?
I think he was. He wanted to know what you thought they should do.
Tell him I'm open for dinner tonight if he wants to go, and as long as he's buying.
He said, cool, do you want to meet at J Prime? Or?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I like red wine, by the way. So
red?
A bottle of that. Yeah. A good one. I don't know cheapies.
I'll tell him to order off Pop's wine list.
Exactly. That would be perfect. If Pop wants to show up, he can do that too. I mean, I give them all advice. Look, we are all better GMs, we think, in our own head than real GMs, whether that's the NBA or the NFL. But it's kind of fun because, I think sports fans now are so much more educated than they ever have been. With the internet the way that it is, with social media the way that it is, with all the shows that are out there, and I just think we are all a little more educated than we have ever been, and I think it's cool. And I think when you hear some just fans talking about what they would do or how they would do it, I think a lot of times it makes perfect sense. And while we don't have the salary or the job to be general managers, we think we are, and we can certainly play. And that's the beauty of a show like this. you out there, Claymore, Fred, Colby, any of you, all of you can be GMs. Show your general managing skills. Now, Claymore's not going to help the Spurs out because he's a big Dallas Mavericks fan. But, that's okay. Maybe still some Dallas Mavericks players. Do they have anybody we want?
Probably.
Yeah, they do. Bagley is one name that they've mentioned here. I don't know. It's interesting, and it's something that I myself am really going to have to hit the books with and get more educated on what's out there and who's out there and how these things can go and happen. And I'm happy to do that. In fact, very anxious to do that. So it's going to be a lot of fun over the next couple of days. It really, Claymore on our YouTube page says he can still be objective. I don't know. You're kind of like the spy in enemy territory.
Spy.
Claymore. Well, yeah, in enemy territory. You got to be careful with Claymore because he may say, "Hey, this is a great deal over here," and it only benefits the Dallas Mavericks. we love you, Claymore. We absolutely do, man. We're happy to have you in there, brother.
Yeah. Bagley's going to be a free agent. Middleton's going to be a free agent. Dwight Powell, Brandon Williams.
Interesting. There are some names out there that are going to be free agents. The problem is, I think the majority of these free agents are going to get re-signed. I think.
LeBron?
Yeah, well, LeBron is one. Yeah, I mean, we have rumors now that he's talking to the Lakers about a new deal. And if that doesn't pan out with the Lakers, apparently the Warriors are waiting in the wings to try and snag him. That would be an interesting thing because, look, LeBron has made no secret of the fact he'd love to play with Curry and vice versa. And both of them at the end of their career
he doesn't have to come to a deal with the Lakers. He's a free agent.
Well, I'm just saying, if they want to play together, they can make that happen. But I'm saying they're negotiating, and I think if you're LeBron, even though, I don't know, San Francisco's not that far away, if you're LeBron, all his business is in L.A.
Bronny has earned that.
Yeah, and then there's that guy too. So, yeah. Then there's that guy.
Although, if LeBron does sign with the Warriors, makes it very hard for them to re-sign an impending free agent of their own, I wouldn't mind.
Oh, Kristaps Porzingis?
Wouldn't be a bad fit next to Wemby.
May not be. He concerns me a little bit injury-wise, but yeah, I think it would be fine. There's some opportunity out there. Just looking around at what I've seen and what you've seen, and there are some opportunities out there for the Spurs to make a splash if they so choose to do that. And I guarantee you they're in there working on it now, whatever their plan is. And obviously we don't know what that plan is. You got to figure the core of this team is going to stay together. There's no question about that, right? They've got their big threes. The core of this team is going to stay together. What pieces do they add to the pie?
I got a question for you.
All right.
It's going to make your head explode.
Oh, boy.
This should wait to the next segment and carry it over.
All right.
Just because I feel like your head would explode.
Okay.
But I'll tease it into break.
Okay.
What happens if the Spurs decide to do what they did at the NBA trade deadline when we all thought they needed to make a move?
I think things are different now because this team showed them they're ready to go. And
exactly, this team showed them they're ready to go.
I get it, but at the trade deadline, I mean, dude, I made plans to go on vacation in March, and that was a big mistake. And if that's what they were thinking, then they made a big mistake too.
I think they trusted these guys, which is why they didn't make the move.
Well, maybe, and that could very well be, but they're going to have to do something because you're losing Harrison Barnes, who at times was a big piece, and I think maybe should have been a little bit bigger piece. In the NBA Finals just because of his veteran leadership. I understand his play may have caused a little bit of that, but do you bring him back? Is he one of those guys that you bring back? So a lot of questions, but they're going to – it's just the Spurs way. They have their core, and they're going to add veteran pieces to that core. Who those pieces are remains to be seen. I mean, that's just what the Spurs have done their whole career. Claymore says that Porzingis – 15 to 20 minutes per game be a great addition to the team.
Exactly.
Play a role kind of like Boris Diaw did. Whenever we talk about veterans that they added, Boris Diaw's one of those guys I always kind of forget about, and I don't know why, because he was a pretty big piece of the puzzle at that time. So
I like Porzingis in that kind of role. A PJ Tucker would kind of fit that role.
Yep. It's going to be interesting, and I just hope the Spurs are thinking the same way, Pledge. Go out and grab somebody. We'll talk more about it if you guys so choose when we return here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hey, all the rain we've had, I'm telling you, if you think there's something wrong with your roof, if you're seeing something on your ceiling that just doesn't look right, give Stevens Roofing and Solar a call, 210-785-0994. Don't let a small problem turn into a big problem. They're going to send a team out to your house. They'll inspect your roof, and they'll do it for free. They will let you know what's going on up there, if anything, or if there's a small problem they can handle, they'll take care of it. If there's bad news, well, they'll let you know that too, and you've already got the best in the business there. Let them take care of it, fix that thing up, and give you the peace of mind that you need. Look, Stevens Roofing and Solar has been in business in San Antonio since 1983. That should tell you everything you need to know about the quality of work that they do and their reputation here in San Antonio and South Texas. They are absolutely the best in the business. Give them a call. Don't put it off. There are more storms coming. I'm telling you. 210-785-0994, or you can get them online at stevensroofing.net.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the morning huddles. Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Play ball! Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two, now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code CASH to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code CASH to borrow up to $10,000. Use code CASH to borrow up to $10,000.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams sale and get 30% off Super Paint, Super Deck, and Woodscapes products June 12th through the 22nd. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Hey fellas, June 15th through the 21st is Men's Health Week. This is the time to focus on health and well-being of the men in our community. You know, men's health is shaped by relationships, partnerships, family, caregivers, friends, and communities in every stage of life. When men are supported with connection, education, and help, they seek care and live healthier, longer lives. This Men's Health Week, Metro Health is recognizing that caring for men doesn't happen alone. Stronger connections lead to stronger health outcomes. Visit sa.gov/health.
San Antonio, we've got pro football right here this spring and summer. The San Antonio Gunslingers play fast, exciting indoor action in the cool Freeman Coliseum. No heat, just great football. Learn more at sanantoniogunslingers.com and follow us on social media.
Hello, Connecticut. May I help you?
This is Bill Tyson. Is this my Connecticut Pro?
Yes, Mr. Tyson. What can I do for you?
Calling from Yellowstone National Park.
Mm-hmm.
Old Faithful just erupted and reminded me I didn't set the vacation bypass in my Connecticut water conditioner. Would you run over to my house and set it? I've hidden the key under my doormat.
Well,
I forgot to set the bypass last year. I had that other brand, and the software used up 4,000 pounds of salt in a week.
Mr. Tyson, relax. With your new Connecticut, there is no vacation cycle or any worries about salt. If you don't use any water, your Connecticut won't either. We not only believe in saving salt, but also in saving water.
Would you go over and unplug it then? I'm trying to conserve electricity.
You forget that your Connecticut doesn't use electricity either. There's nothing to plug in, and don't forget that your Connecticut is also completely automatic.
Mean I can relax and enjoy my whole vacation?
That's right.
This is great. I've got Old Faithful here at Yellowstone and an Old Faithful in my Connecticut water conditioner at home.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Connecticut. SA.com.
License number 38961. Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 and Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Coming up on the Morning Huddle, NBA draft less than a week away. What could the Spurs be looking at, and who's on top of the pile? Plus, we got NFL to talk. Don't be late. Party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, very excited about tomorrow's show because we're talking NBA draft, and we've got a guy that is projected to go in the top 10 is going to come on with us tomorrow, about 3:10 tomorrow afternoon. Kingston Flemings out of Houston is going to join us, courtesy of USAA, tomorrow afternoon. We're going to talk to him about the NBA draft and some other things as well, but looking forward to that. And he's obviously got a bright future in the NBA, so make plans right now to join us. Kingston Flemings joining us here on the Blitz, about 3:10 or so tomorrow afternoon. So certainly excited about that. Excited about it all, I'm going to tell you. The Cowboys wrapping up their mini camp, and, and no fireworks obviously out of there, especially with the way George Pickens showed up. He was there. He's been a model citizen. Here, the interview that he did, he was absolutely perfect. I don't know if anybody coached him or what they did, but that was outstanding, the way he answered questions yesterday, I should say. It was just spectacular. And so he's doing all the right things, and I think trying to show Jerry Jones that maybe he should sign him. Although I don't think Jerry is going to I don't think Jerry's going to sign him. He's going to play under the franchise tag, so I don't think it's going to do him much good at all. But either way, Cowboys looking strong. And this mini camp is bittersweet to me. I don't know about you guys, but it's bittersweet to me because it ends football for about a month and a half, which is sad. Football ends, and there will be
unless somebody gets in trouble.
Well, there'll be some talk, obviously, a little bit. But, I mean, between the end of this tomorrow and the start of training camp in late July, it's just like, oh, man, that kind of sucks. But
I will say.
What?
This year has flown by.
Has it not? Because of the Spurs.
We are a month away from training camp.
Uh-huh.
Almost exactly. A month and like a week, maybe. That's going to go real fast. I have a feeling that's going to go so fast. It'll be here before we know it.
Dude, I hope so. I hope you're absolutely right because I am so ready for football season. I really am. But I'm always ready for football season, especially now the Spurs are going to. But that's the reason. I mean, we've been so lucky with what the Spurs did, and it's just been a lot of fun to cover this Spurs' amazing run. And I know all of you were extremely excited about all of that. So looking forward to it. And, again, a lot of talk on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page about Kingston Flemings. And Claymore's hoping he's going to end up with the Dallas Mavericks. Boy, Well, we'll ask him about that tomorrow when we talk to him here on the Blitz, about 3:10 or so. So, and obviously those guys don't care. They're going to get drafted by whomever they're going to get drafted by, and they're going to love it. And, I mean, it's their opportunity to go to the NBA. By the way, I did mention this. Fred reminds me, he's a Brennan High School guy. So, just a good kid, too, man. He's a good young man. I gotta stop saying that, kid. But to me, hell, you're a kid.
I am,
Pledge.
though. I am a kid, though.
Yeah, well, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's all thanks to our friends from USAA. So
That's going to be fun.
Yeah,
and don't forget, right after the draft, we start gearing up for free agency.
I know what the free agency
backwards
period.
from the NFL.
It is.
So you got draft, then free agency, and free agency is kind of the fun part of the NBA, even more so than the draft.
I think it's June 30th, if I'm not mistaken, is when all of that opens up.
Legal tampering.
Yeah, when all of that opens up. So, yeah, you're right. It goes bam, bam.
Then, bam, training camp.
And then training camp, bam, bam. It's just fun, man. You know, sports is just such a big part of everybody's life, and everybody has a great time with it. And it's just fantastic.
And our final major falls in between the NBA free agency and training camp starting.
Should we talk golf, Pledge, at the risk of?
This is your show. We can do whatever you want.
Well, you know, I understand that, but I'm just saying, not a lot of golf fans out there. The one piece of good news is, and going into this, Scotty Scheffler this could be the career Grand Slam for him.
And new driver.
New driver, dude. I read an article today that they're getting the course, making it a little easier on purpose. They're doing that because the wind is blowing so hard.
Yeah, I mean, how easy? How much easier can you? They're talking about greens being unhittable in certain conditions with that wind.
They're going to make them a little slower, is what I was reading about. Because the one guy that was quoted in this thing from the PGA said we could make this golf course about as brutal as anything there is.
I want that.
So I think they're depending, I guess, on how it works out and how it happens. I'm looking forward to it, and it all kicks off early in the morning. And there's some really good groupings for the first two rounds, and so it's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait for it.
I'd love to see Scotty get the career Grand Slam, but I'd also love to see Ludwig Oberg get his first one.
That would be nice, too. I tell you, Fitzpatrick is playing as well as anybody right now.
He really is.
I mean, so he could do something. I think this thing's wide open. Scotty Scheffler, in fact, Fitzpatrick overtook Scheffler for number one in the world with his showing there last weekend in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So
RBC.
Yep. So it's going to be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm looking forward to the course because the nightmare fuel that this course could produce, that's what I look forward to. More so than even the golfers, I'm looking forward to the course, the conditions, how tough it's playing. Like, these are the staples of championship golf.
Well, and think about it, too. Obviously the Masters is the Masters. It's the granddaddy of them all. You got the other majors, too. But this is the United States Open.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the United States Open, right?
One of my favorite U.S. Opens.
Absolutely.
Of all time.
Shinnecock.
No, not Shinnecock.
Okay.
I'm just talking about one of my favorite ones that I ever witnessed during the Tiger Slam in 2000.
Okay.
When he blew away the field. Was 10, 11 under, I think. He was double-digit shots clear of everyone. Nobody else in the field broke par at Pebble that week. Those are the kind of course conditions I love to see, and to see if people can rise above it the way Tiger did.
Well, the good news is, I think for golf fans, is there's no Tiger Woods in the field, and there's a hell of a lot of good players. I think it's anybody's. I don't see anybody running away with this thing. I think it's going to be close all the way through Sunday. It's going to be interesting to see, and I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
Well, it's going to be close, but it's also, I feel, just the course conditions alone, no lead is safe.
No, you're exactly right. Man, it's going to be a lot of fun. Now I'm fired up about it. I'll be up early tomorrow watching that, the early tee times. I think I was looking, and I can't remember exactly, but I think Scheffler and
Scheffler and McIlroy and those guys,
tee off pretty early. So, you'll be able to watch those guys, and there's some pretty good groupings in the afternoon as well. So, obviously, we'll give you guys updates as we go through. We got a lot to do tomorrow. It's going to be fun, along with Kingston Fleming's. Again, the Cowboys wrap things up tomorrow, so that's going to be fun, and we'll send them off with a bang. I'm expecting to hear from Dak Prescott at some point in time, whether he does, whether he doesn't. If that knee thing is his excuse to get out of the media, I'm not sure, but we'll see. We talked about this story, Pledge, a little bit earlier, and I find it kind of funny. I really do. Floyd Mayweather, you heard this thing? Facing felony charges for writing a hot check. This happened in Las Vegas.
Who writes a check?
Well, I don't know who writes it. Obviously, Floyd Mayweather does. I don't know if Mayweather just gave this guy a bad check on purpose, or if he's having some money issues. I mean, he bought a $200,000 watch. That's what he wrote the check for, $200,000, and it bounced. Now, I can't fault the watch guy. I would take a $200,000 check from Floyd Money Mayweather, thinking it would be just fine. So I don't know if Mayweather did that on purpose. I hope he's not having financial issues. I mean, that guy was like the richest guy on the planet for a long time. I mean, he had more money than Fort Knox, for goodness sake. This guy was incredible. So, but it's just a weird story of him being, this are felony charges too, for writing a check, obviously, $200,000, and that's a hell of a lot of money. But I hope he gets out of this thing. I want to continue to follow that because, well, it's a hell of an interesting story. There was one other story, Pledge, that I find very comical. There's a French tennis player. I hope I'm saying his name right. Corentin Moutet is how I think you say this. And he was doing a post-match interview. And I think he gets a little bit irritated with the reporter asking the questions, or, well, I don't know. I'll let you listen to this.
142 mile an hour second serve. How tough is it to return that?
That's so frustrating. You know, when I had the match point, I was on the second serve. Okay, you aim in the middle. Whatever you do, you just put the ball in the court, and then he hates me 142. I was like, I would have to serve, and I would have to.
No F-bombs, please. No. Right, Corentin, I'm going to ask you one more question. Apologies, everyone, for the language there. I'm going to ask you one more question, so please keep it clean, okay? You on the grass last week, unfortunately, didn't go your way. What's it like to get your first victory? Okay. Corentin, we need to improve that for the next round. Apologies, everyone. Corentin Moutet.
Oh, honey, pull your head out of your behind.
Moutet.
Would you please? My goodness. See, she pissed him off. No F-bombs, please. Okay.
I mean,
F you.
Is that making him mad, though? Because honestly, she's got a job. She's on TV.
I get it.
You've got to protect.
Well, I don't know if she was on TV or this was I'm not sure exactly, but I know you hear people laughing in the
I guarantee
stands.
you there's a fine coming to him.
I'm sure there is, but I don't think he cared. 'Cause I think he won the match, so I don't know what money was involved there. I just think it's funny. And I'm not sure if she was more of a who be stealing my Lucky Charms or English. I don't remember. I heard a tinge of both there, so I'm not really sure who be stealing my Lucky Charms. Not really sure who was who there. Want to thank everybody for voting in the poll today. It was as of today, Victor Wembanyama, is he already the face of the NBA? And you guys believe that he is. The majority, 56% say yes, 44% say no. So there you go. Thanks for voting in our poll. And obviously, well, tomorrow's a day that ends in Y, so we will have another poll of some sort for all of y'all tomorrow. You are welcome. No, I make plans again. Kingston Fleming's. I can't tell you how excited I am to interview that young man out of Brennan High School, expected to be a top 10 pick in the draft coming up here on Tuesday. Looking forward to visiting with him. Hope you guys are as well. And then who knows? Who knows what other surprises Pledge and I will have up our sleeve tomorrow? You just never know. You've got a show and a full show tonight, don't you?
I do.
1 hour of extra innings with James Pledger is coming up next here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Be sure and join the fellas in the morning. Rob and AJ, they will get you started at 6 a.m. And, of course, well, I'll be back here behind the mic tomorrow at 2. Until then, everybody, I hope you have a great Wednesday night.